going to be. He gets away from one tackle. Lefty still running. Cuts back up. Lefty still on his feet. Lefty still on his feet. He's down the sideline. He's headed for pay dirt. Touchdown, Dragons!
And welcome to Upperman High Schools. We're set for football action tonight. It is the Dragons of York instituting our big Region 3 3A matchup against the Upperman.
Trying to, just consistency offensively and, this will be a ball control type game, if they can get some offensive consistency, they will be all right. And they can, stay in this game for an extended period of time.
So we're getting set to get this one underway. Welcome to the Smart Bank pregame show. We'll take this time out for a word from Smart Bank, and we'll be back to take a look at these two teams a little more in depth right after this.
Here at Smart Bank, when you choose to bank with us, you are choosing to manage and protect your assets in the smartest way possible. We understand you depend on your personal checking account for everyday life. That's why every new personal checking account includes a free debit card, free online banking and bill pay, free mobile banking, free e-statements with online check images, up to 10 surcharge-free ATM transactions per month, and more. At Smart Bank, we believe in delivering more than you think is possible. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Gary, tonight the Dragons are coming in. They're 1-4 on the season, while Upperman is 1-1 on the season, or I should say 1-1 in district play, while Upperman 4-2, 2-0 in the district. So this one, Upperman needs to keep at that top spot. York needs it to try to get out of that basement.
Yeah, they do. York needs a win, Gary, and I know they've got one, and it's a region win against Grundy County, but York needs a win. They need a good performance tonight, and, York's a running team. They've got to be able to establish a run, move the football, something they haven't done consistently this year, and, they need some consistency to be able to put together some drives, Gary, and score some points.
If you look at these two teams, of course, Upperman coming here, they lost to Livingston, lost to Cookville, but they beat Oneida last week. Oneida was a ranked team when they beat them. DeKalb County, they beat DeKalb County, beat Cannon County, and beat Smith County. Now, last year these two teams met. Upperman won that one handily, 35-0, Gary, and they scored in all but one quarter in that one. York just couldn't get anything going.
No, they couldn't. It was a tough night for York. Just really couldn't get anything going rushing, and, didn't really complete any passes. They were 4 of 7 through the air, but nothing of no significance.
So York came in last year and lost that one. They have lost 3 in a row. Their last win was in 2017, and since 2010, York 4-8 against Upperman.
Yeah, Upperman's had some good teams over the past few years, Gary, and were a state semifinalist a couple of years ago, and have had a good tradition. Play, more of a pro set on offense to where they have two backs run the ball consistently, but they can throw it in the past. Probably a little different this year, breaking in a new quarterback. So they have actually, got. They're trying to develop their identity as well.
York, of course, last year, Gary, rushed 23 times for only 87 yards. They had no touchdowns. Upperman 31 times for 210 yards. They just dominated the field of play last year with one touchdown. Passing, York was 4 of 7, 33 yards. Upperman 11 of 16 for 207 yards and 4 touchdowns. Individually, Stover had 4 rushes for 35. Gibson 3 for 17. Durham, who played quarterback at that time, was 6 for 16. Tompkins 3 for 11. Cooper 5 for 4. Castillon 2 for 4. So York has got to get more production than that here tonight.
They do, Gary, and York hadn't thrown the ball a lot all year, except we've seen a couple of drives down in Smith County where they did. But, York has got to get some consistency running the football, be able to put together some first downs, move the ball down the field, Gary. That's what we want to see tonight is some offensive development that allows them to control time of possession, and, it will help them to be successful tonight.
And they got to hang on to the football, too.
They do, you
and
know.
no penalties.
No, the penalties have probably been bigger than the turnovers lately, Gary. You know that they had double-digit penalties each of the last 2 games, and you know you got to cut back on the penalties.
Well, let's take another time out for a word from Smart Bank. We'll be back with the Smart Bank scoreboard right after this.
Here at Smart Bank, we promise that when you choose to bank with us, you are choosing to manage and protect your assets in the smartest way possible. We understand you depend on your personal checking account for everyday life. That's why every new personal checking account includes a free debit card, free online banking and bill pay, free mobile banking, free e-statements with online check images, up to 10 surcharge-free ATM transactions per month, and more. At Smart Bank, we believe in delivering more than you think is possible. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome to this week's Smart Bank scoreboard. On the scoreboard last week, Sale Creek beat Pickett County 56-30. Now, Pickett County found out this week that they had a player test positive for COVID. Therefore, they are quarantined for the next 2 weeks, will not return to action until the 23rd when they host Red Bowling Springs, and they have to forfeit to both Clay County and Jackson County. I had a chance to talk with Coach Ray Reagan about the quarantine.
Yeah, we're going to be quarantined for the next 2 weeks. You know, the only good part about it is maybe we'll all get healthy and players heal up and be ready to go after our bye week. We actually have 3 weeks off.
So, Coach, you're going to miss the Clay County and the Jackson County games. Those games will be what they refer to COVID forfeit. So that's the tough part of just having to give those away.
Yeah. I don't like giving any of them away. I'd rather be playing and see what we can do. But some things you just can't help, and you know that's what we're dealt with, and we'll just have to deal with it.
In other action last week, Father Ryan blew out Green Hill 56-0. Green Hill hosts Stafford this week. They will host the York Dragons next week. Bledsoe County blanked Sequatchie County 35-0. Sequatchie County hosts Smith County in one of the 2 region games this week. Livingston shut out Smith County 35-0. The Wildcats travel to DeKalb County this week, while last week DeKalb County hammered Cannon County 49-7. This week the Lions will host Grundy County in the other region game out of Region 3-3A. It was Monterey knocking off Jackson County last week, 12-6. Jackson County finds himself at Cascade this week. Franklin County knocked off Grundy County 55-8. And as we said earlier, Grundy County is at Cannon County in a battle of the winless teams out of the region. And it was Grace Christian Academy rolling over Silverdale Academy last week, 41-13. They will host Knox Webb this week. The White County Warriors, who drubbed York last week, find themselves off this week. Stick around. We'll get back to the Smart Bank pregame show right after this.
At Smart Bank, we believe in developing relationships that last by working with you one loan, one customer at a time. We believe in reinvesting local dollars back into the community to help create local jobs. Local reinvestment helps small businesses grow and helps families finance major purchases and build financial security. Smart Bank believes in supporting education and local sporting events that benefit the next generation. At Smart Bank, we believe in delivering more than you think is possible. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And back here, thanks for joining us on the Smart Bank pregame show as we get set for the game to get underway here in just a moment. Taking a look at this week's AP Top 10. In 3A, Alcoa sits at number 1. Red Bank sits at number 3. Loudon at number 4. That's important because the bottom 2 teams out of this region would go to either Red Bank or Loudon. AA, Watertown number 4. Bledsoe County number 5. Trousdale number 9. Single A, Coalfield number 4. Monterey number 10. And in Division 2, 2A, Grace Christian sits at number 3. And Gary, I think they had the coin toss.
Yeah, they did. Upperman won the toss, deferred, so York will get the ball to start the game.
And Gary, York would love to get started and get something going right off the bat. They just have struggled with that opening possession. They've got the opening possession several times, just not been able to do anything with it.
No, they haven't, and you know they this can all be set up with a good kick return here. You know, you want to get the ball in Stover's hands and let him see what he can do with it, Gary.
And you got Stover, you got also back there Helbig, and I can't see the far side who the other one is.
I believe that's Tolman over there. I'm trying to make sure.
Okay, and it's going to be number 31 kicking it off. That is Josh Manus will kick it away for the Bees, and we're set for football action. Thanks for joining us here at Upperman High School. Thanks to these sponsors, Fitness Gang Executive Jimmy Johnson, State Representative John Mark Wendell, Hall's Family Pharmacy, and Hall Sports and Outdoors, First Volunteer Bank, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Fitness Farmers Co-op, McDonald's, Attorney Leslie Clark Ledbetter, Minute Pharmacy, Condition Heating and Cooling, Twin Lakes, Pizza Hut, and Southeast Drywall and Construction, and Sweet Peach Boutique, our sponsors for our live broadcast of York football. Also streaming on our Facebook page. So, folks, if you want to see the game, you can go to our Facebook page. We're streaming this live as the game gets underway here in just a moment. Also, you're hearing it here on WDEB and Twin Lakes Cable Channel 953, Comcast Cable Channel 12. And, Gary, like you said, it could all get started here. Stover, if he can get it, he's dynamic enough. He gets that ball, he can take it all the way in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he can. And, York doing something a little different here that I kind of like. They've got Miles Lefevue as an up man here between 25 and 30-yard line in case they decide to try to kick this short.
And Manus will line it up, and he'll kick it away, and he is going to kick it short. And that's going to take a funny bounce, and it'll go out of bounds, and I believe that'll be a penalty, and York will get it unless they say Toman touched it.
I think that's what they're saying, Gary,
Okay.
So that's going to be back about the 21-yard line.
Well, if it is a break, Gary, it's going to be a bad one for York this season. It seems like everything a little bit of bad break for them this.
About, I think they'll place this at the 21-yard line, so that's where York will start at.
Actually, they're going to set it right back at the 20. They're actually the football's on the
on the 20, on the 20.
On the back side of the 20, and here come the Dragons up. It'll be Lefevue under center. You've got Stover in the backfield. You've got three split out wide to the right, one to the left. And they'll come out throwing quickly. That is out to number 11, and he is going to be tackled immediately.
That's Mark Mitchell on the catch. Kid, I know they've been wanting to get in the game. Gary has been out some.
And he gets tackled immediately, and we got a York player down.
That's Thaddeus Stoneman that's down. He's trying to get up. Now he's going back down again.
So right off the bat, York with an injury, and Gary, York already has their starting quarterbacks out with an injury, so this one is going to be tough on them for the receiving core if he goes down.
It will, and they do get Mitchell tonight and get him on the field, and want to put him with Toman, and they're not, Toman injured on the first play here, and he's being tended to.
Let's take a quick timeout while they tend with him, and we'll be back after we tell you we're just underway in this one, and we'll be back with more. Well, actually, he's going off the field, and he's limping really bad. Gary, I don't think we'll probably see Toman back tonight.
Yeah, it looks like maybe an ankle, lower leg, something there, and that he is going off the field real slow here.
So now York will come up with a 2nd and 11 as they lose a yard on that quick outplay. And that's something that Coach Kerry Johnson told me earlier in the week. They're going to try some of that spread offense, but they're not going to put the quarterback in a shotgun because they had so much trouble with the long snaps last week.
Well, they started out in 4 wides, and we see it again, 2 to each side.
And Lefty's going to roll to his left. He's going to throw one out there. He's got a man out there. Can he come up with it? He does. He takes it away. Great play by the Dragons that time. And, Gary, that was
Mitchell on the catch. Yeah. He just ran a go route, and Miles kind of rolled out of the pocket and threw that probably about as far as he could and hit him in. It was kind of a jump ball situation between him and Daniel Metzger, who's the cornerback over there, and Mitchell wins that one, and York's got it at the 47-yard line.
So the Dragons got a condition heating and cooling first down, and now they'll bring it up, and it'll be Lefevue back. He's rolling. Now looking, he's going to tuck and run. He's got some room. Gets up to about the 40 and goes down, and that's going to be, Gary, that's going to be a good first down run.
Yeah, 7 yards on first down. Good job by Miles to get down, get low below the head, and get what he could. And it's 2nd and short yardage, Gary, and that's what you want if you're York. And, they've done a lot of things we wanted to see them do in this first drive, get some offensive consistency here, pick up another first down.
So now up come the Dragons, and it will be under center, Lefevue. Lefevue takes the snap. He's going to pitch it this time over to Stover. Stover tries to cut back. He's got a man in front of him, but he's going to be stopped right about the line of scrimmage. Maybe even lost half a yard.
Yeah, and I noticed the wide receiver on this side turned and looked, Gary. He didn't look to make a block, and, the blocks were slow lining up there and nowhere really for Gibson to run. And, lost of one on the play and put York in 3rd and 4.
So now it's going to be 3rd down and 4 for the Dragons. They'd like to keep this drive alive. They got Stover in the backfield. You've got Spout wide to the right. You've got 2 and 2 to the left. As Lefeview under center takes a snap, drops back, looking. He's going to throw out. Got a good spiral, but it's going to be knocked down. Good defense that time, Gary, and he tried to force it in that time to number 2, and that's Miller, and just couldn't get it to him.
Yeah, that ball intended for Braden Miller. Actually, that was probably double covered when it left his hand, but one of the guys dropped off and kind of made that a jump ball, and York, but Miller went and battled for it, just couldn't pull it in.
We're seeing the athleticism of Lefeview here, Gary. He can throw the ball, and we seen earlier he can run the ball. Now they're going to go in the jumbo package. Clark, and he'll hand it to the second man through, and he'll bang ahead and still on his feet for a first down, a condition. Heating and cooling. Dragon first down by Ben Cooper.
Nice job by Ben Cooper on the carry there. He got the ball, Gary. He's the second guy in that. They stacked that eye with 3 backs, and he got the ball. He's the middle back. He just followed Ricky Clark through the line, broke a tackle, and got about 7 yards on that one.
And here we go, the same set. We got Stover, Cooper, and Clark in the backfield. They'll give it to Stover. Stover gets through the first line, gets hit, and then gets knocked down right about the 36-yard line. So a good run by Caden Stover.
They're going to mark at the 27. That'll be a gain of 6. So it'll be 2nd and 4 for York. Nice first down run again by Stover. That time Caden Stover on the run.
So Stover gets the first down gets the first down carry, and now we got 2nd and 6 for the Dragons. They come back in the jump on. They'll give it back to Stover, and Stover's cut down. Good job there by the Bees. Gary coming in and making that tackle.
Yeah, number 46, Trent Bilbrey. He cut through the line, dove at Stover's ankles, and took him down. About a 2-yard loss, Gary. So it'll be 3rd and 6. Another 3rd down for the Dragons here, a chance to convert.
And we see Clark going out, so they'll come back with the smaller package, and it's going to be.
We got Eli Kirby, Ben Cooper, and Stover in the backfield here.
They're going to pitch it to Stover. Stover going to try to get outside. Fighting, can't get it, I don't believe, Gary.
No, he got a couple on that. I think they're going to give him maybe 3 down to the 25. So it'll be 4th down and probably close to 3 yards here, Gary.
So the Dragons trying to keep this drive alive. They've got a couple of first downs, and York coming out with a different look pretty much every week anymore. And now we're back to that jumbo package. Guys, they're still in, Gary.
Yeah, they're going to call timeout.
So timeout called by York, and we'll take a timeout with them. No score on the scoreboard. We've got 8:06 left to go in the first.
The Gary Maxwell Insurance Office offering area insurance is located at 300 West Central Avenue in Jamestown. Get a free quote for your home, auto, life, or business with no obligation to buy. Call 879-1251. Shane Beatty, Katie Cooper, Tammy Robbins, and Brad Rains agents, along with Jeff Robbins, manager, will be happy to assist you. That's Gary Maxwell Insurance, located 300 West Central Avenue, with locations in Livingston, Cookeville, and Gainsboro.
Well, Gary, to say that Coach Johnson's offense is unpredictable will be a mild understatement. We've seen him throw it a little bit different every game.
Well, they've had issues moving the ball, Gary, and tried a lot of different things. So, I applaud trying to find something that works. And, they put together a substantial drive here. This is about a 55-yard drive right now on 4th and 2.
And they brought in Gibson. I believe this Gibson in behind, looks like Cooper and Kirby. Under center goes Lefeview. They'll hand it off to Cooper. Cooper going to duck his head and dive forward. Now, I believe he's got it, Gary. Looks like
he's got it by a full yard, I think. So it should be first down York here.
That'll be a condition, heating and cooling. Dragon first down.
Nice job by York on 4th and 2. They're lining Cooper up. They're running this three-back eye, and he's the middle back. They gave it to him twice, and he's turned it into first down. So good job by York, Ben Cooper there to get positive yardage.
And they come back up with the same look, and they'll hand out big Ricky Clark, and Ricky just banging straight ahead, gets up to the 16-yard line, and Gary, he's a load to bring down.
He got broke open, really, there, Gary. Picked up 6 yards, and once again, nice positive yardage on first down. You got to love this drive if you've watched York play all year. This is what you want to see out of York football.
One of the longer drives definitely of the season for the Dragons, as they'll take the snap, hand it off to the second man, Cooper. Cooper still fighting, gets up to about the 14-yard line.
They're going to give him almost down to the 12, Gary, and that should
third and short.
Yeah, it's going to be third and really short here.
So the Dragons got 2 downs to get a couple of yards as Stover comes back in.
Yeah, and great job by the Dragons here. 3rd and a yard, and a big 3rd down.
And Stover re-enters in the backfield. He's in the back, and behind Cooper and Kirby. They'll pitch it Stover, and Stover on the pitch going to get dropped down, Gary, all the way back to the 18-yard line, a loss of 4, and that hurts.
Yeah, Joseph Bohan, the cornerback, came in that time, Gary. He blitzed on the play and got around the blocker and was able to take Stover down.
So now that's going to be a 4th and what now will be about 6 for the Dragons.
Yeah, 4th and long yardage here, and York changing it up, bringing back the receivers.
Yeah, we see Jonah Durham comes in, and they'll also split out Miller over here to the right. And Lefeu under center takes the snap. He drops back. He's going to throw for the corner. He's got a man out there. Can he come up with it? He does, and that is a touchdown, Dragons.
Nice job by Mark Mitchell on the catch, Gary. They threw the corner route. That ball was on the money, and Mitchell created some separation as well. Great job by him to get a step between him and the defender so that ball could be laid in there for the touchdown.
And, Gary, for one of the first times of the season, York picks up a offensive score in the first quarter, and they lead the ball game.
Yeah, it's been a while since York's led one, so this is great. And you couldn't ask for a better first drive, Gary. It's been fantastic.
And we're going to have a flag on the play, as I believe that may be encroachment.
Substitution. They said they had 12 out there, so going to back it up 5 yards, and York.
One too many.
He's the guy coming off anyhow. I don't know if he's supposed to be out there or not, but this will make it a 25-yard extra point.
And holding it for the Dragons is Isaiah Strong and Michaela Reagan to try to tack it on. And now what have we got?
One of the back, he's moving the guy. He's going to catch the ball. One of the York players going to catch the ball, and they wouldn't let him, so they're waving him off.
So it will be, now they're going to send him outside, and now Reagan going to put it up. Reagan through the upright right down the middle of the rock. Makes it a 7-0 ball game.
When it comes to watching sports, there's no telling what you'll hear.
No.
But when you order Pizza Hut for the game, you know exactly what you'll hear.
What the? Oh, that looks fantastic.
Your favorite pizza.
Ooh.
Those awesome wings.
What?
Plus sides and desserts.
Yeah.
All waiting at pizzahut.com. So order now, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Huh. What game?
Product availability, prices, participation, delivery areas, and charges and minimum purchase required for delivery may vary. Delivery charges not a driver tip.
Gary, for one of the first times in a long time, the Dragons have the lead here, and we'll see now what they can do on defense. Their defense has been their strong point this season.
Well, that was a fabulous first drive, Gary. You know, that was
Half the quarter.
That was half the quarter. That was ball control. You know, they completed a couple on passes, run the ball effectively, positive yardage, and it's what we've looked for all year. So, you know, it was great. They just got to contain that the rest of the night. The defense is good enough to create stops.
And now it'll be Caden Stover to kick it away. Dropping back deep for Upperman. I can't see the numbers for Upperman as the kick is going to be over to the left side, and that'll be taken at the 14. He gets back up to the 16, and he's going to be stopped right there. Good job by the Dragons. Number 54 coming in to make the stop.
That was Evan Tompkins on the tackle, and I believe that was Nathaniel Ledbetter on the kick return there. Bad kick return. He didn't turn that up the field, Gary. Kindly hesitated, and Evan Tompkins was right there to take him down.
So now we'll see the Bees in action as they come up with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Dragons on top 7-0. 5:54 left to go here in the first quarter. As they'll go back in the shotgun, that is Enzer on the shotgun. Takes snap, he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be dropped after maybe a yard. Good D by the Dragons.
Yeah, they collapsed the defensive line that time, Gary. Good job by them. That was Eli Kirby was one of the first guys there and had some help to clean that up. So it's second long yardage for Upperman.
2nd and 9 for the Bees. They get one. Enzer will bring his squad up. The 2nd and long. And Enzer back in the shotgun. Got one man to his left. Got two to the right. He's going to quick out to the back, and he gets away from the first one. Still on his feet, but York is right there, and they're going to sling him out of bounds. And now I'm going to get a flag.
That was Daniel Metzger on the catch, Gary, and he got he broke away from the first guy, but the second and third ones got him. The problem is they slung him around, slung him to the ground, and that'll get York a 15-yard penalty, and he's down over here on the sidelines.
He went down hard over there. And for York, Gary, that was something a lot of last week was those personal fouls.
Yeah, and we see one early here, Gary. We talked about penalties. So you don't want penalties to be part of the ball game. Gotta take care of things here. You know, there's a right and a wrong way to do things.
When you hear the whistle blow, you got to let go. That's the motto, and now it's going to cost the Dragons 15, but hope that young man's okay. He was still down there. Now he's getting up.
Yeah, they getting him up. Looks like he's all right, Gary. He took a little time to look at him walking up the sideline here.
Metzger seems to be okay, and now the Bees have it first. Goal line, Gary.
Yeah, I mean York would have had them 3rd and long, Gary, and bad mistake by the Dragons to allow the first down.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bees as up will come Enzer. Enzer in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Runs straight up. Gets off the first tackle, but then he's hit and dropped. But not before he picks up about 8, Gary, and good run that time by Enzer.
Yeah, he got by the first guy, missed tackle by York. Evan Tompkins finally grabbed a hold of him. Isaiah Strong come in to help finish it off.
And York had a little problem with that last week against White County, Gary. They missed a lot of tackles. Let a lot of them get away from them.
Yeah, that was a big miss there. Probably had him for little to no gain. Instead, he gets 8 yards at 2nd and 2.
So up will come Enzer. Enzer got one man beside him. 2 to the right, or 2 to the left, 1 to the right. And he's going to keep it again. And he's going to get hit, gets away from both of them, still on his feet. Finally brought down by Helbig. And Gary, the Dragons not wrapping up.
Not wrapping up, and missed 2 tackles there. Chance to hold him to no gain. Instead, he gets out for about 8 more yards.
And a first down, so it's 1st and 10 Bees. As the Dragons, that big penalty, that hurt them last week. I think we had 140 yards in penalties last week, so York doesn't want that again tonight. We're down to 4:10 left to go here in the first quarter. And back in the shotgun goes Enzer. Enzer, the snap, he's rolling right. He's going to throw down. Got a man out there, number 21, coming up with the catch. He's going to have the first down and more. Going to pick up about 12 or 13 to the 40.
That was Carter Shanks on the catch, Gary, but that was Ty Dutchess, the running back that took that snap. He's a right-handed kid, threw that ball and completed that for a big gain, and they're down on the York 41-yard line now.
So Dutchess took the snap on that one. And Gary, he's back at quarterback.
Yeah, it looks like they're changing it up, Gary. They're going to probably play at least two quarterbacks, it looks like.
So getting the snap is the quarterback. He comes out the left side, got some running room, breaks one tackle, breaks another, going to be knocked out of bounds. Good hustle there by Stover to get him out of bounds, Gary, but not before he picks up another first down.
Yeah, he picked up, and York missing tackles again. That was good blocking by the Bees, though, to seal the corner and allow him to get it. York had a chance to make a tackle before he got too far downfield and missed that one. I believe that was Brett Jones on that miss, and finally Stover gets him down, but not before he's on the 29-yard line.
And it's a 1st and 10 for the Bees. Pass back in the shotgun goes Dutchess. They'll got a man in motion. They'll hand it off to a number 4 over the right side. He's got 2 in front of him, and he's going to be stopped. And, Gary, they throw a flag on that immediately. Did they get the back for ducking his head?
That was Bryson Bilberry, and they may have got him by the face mask, Gary. That's what I thought might have happened. He tackled him.
No, they said holding Upperman.
Yeah, so it called holding. Instead, they threw it at the ball carrier, though, make it think it might have been a face mask or something, but instead they call hold. Good job by the freshman out there, Bryson Bilberry.
Bilberry did a good job out there on the corner. And now it's going to be a 1st down and 21 for the Bees, as that one was a little bit behind the line of scrimmage. They're back to the 40. Got to get all the way down to the 29.
Enzer's back in at quarterback here.
Enzer takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's looking for somebody, throws it down, but got a man wide open, and he dropped it. Whoa, York got a big break on that one because number 20 was open like we owed him money at that point.
Yeah, that was a RPO play, Gary. He had stuck that ball in the belly of the back, and that collapsed the defense in, and he pulled it out, and Barney's running the seam route down the hash mark. He's wide open, and that ball hits him in the hands. He just dropped it, a big break for York.
And that was a touchdown for sure because there was nobody going to catch up with him. Now back up will come Enzer. Enzer in the shotgun, got one to each side. He's going to fake the handoff. This time he's going to throw the quick out, and there it is at the 30-yard line. And that was, once again, number 4 on the reception, Metzger.
Yeah, he ran just a little out route here, just kind of flared out, and he's wide open, and Enzer able to hit him about 10 yards downfield, and he gets a couple more. It's 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8, and that's a big break for the Bees. York got the big break a moment ago on the drop. As Upperman will come back up, and you can maybe attribute that to the cool weather, but you got to make that catch. As now back up in the shotgun goes Enzer. Enzer takes a snap. He's going to hand it off over the left side to number 8, and that is he breaks out to the outside. He's going to scamper in the end zone untouched for a touchdown.
Ty Dutchess on the carry, and they 3rd and 8. Kind of playing the pass, and they line up with 2 backs, give him the ball going around the right side, and York had absolutely nobody over there, Gary, and he runs around the corner, gets one block, and gets it in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he gets us to within 1, and now up for the extra point, number 31, Manus to kick. It's down and it's bobbled, and they're going to have to pick it up and try to run for it. And Enzer's trying to run. He's going to be hit, and he's going to be dropped, and that will keep York in the lead by 1, Gary, as a bobble by Enzer, the holder, and he gets dropped short of the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that wasn't a horrible snap, but it was a bad snap, but it wasn't horrible, kind of off to his side, and he tried to catch it and stand it up, and kind of fumbled with it a little there and had to pick it up and try to get what he could out of it.
York still leads 7-6. We're at 3
Whether you're competing on the athletic field or working hard in the classroom, remember you have the support of First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. We're behind you 100% of the way. Good luck to all the area teams. Play tough and play fair. And remember, when it comes to helping you with your banking needs, we're First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And now over and over. It's First Volunteer for you.
Back here where York, Gary still holds a 1-point lead as they got a big break, a couple big breaks on that drive.
Yeah, they did, Gary. Those breaks probably kept it out of the end zone, as long as it did. But, Upperman got a couple of breaks and did get in the end zone finally. Converted a holding penalty there that made 1st and 21. Managed to turn that into a touchdown, but missed the extra point.
And Manus kicks off. It's taken by Stover at the 15. Stover trying to bounce outside. Now he's going to be knocked down at about the 22-yard line, Gary, and that's pretty much where they started last time.
Yeah, got a couple of more yards. They're probably going to spot this 23-yard line. So that ball was bouncing around. Actually, I believe it was Braden Miller tried to pick it, late hit and tried to pick it up, squirmed away from him, but Stover able to pick it up and get a few yards out of it.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dragons at their own 21-yard line. And they will come up in that 4-out spread, and a quick throw out, and that's going to be batted down. I believe the Bees' big guy over there on the far side got a paw on that one, Gary.
Yeah, that ball intended for Bryson Billy. It was tipped in the air. Probably a good thing was he was covered over there, so not really a good passing lane on that one.
Clayton Harris got the hand up and knocked it down. If you can't get a rush, get your hands up.
Yeah, that's what you're taught to do, and he did and got a hand on that one, Gary.
So now it's going to be back to the jumbo package for the Dragons, 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off. No, this time they're giving it to Cooper. Cooper still on his feet, and Big Ben rumbles down, almost picks up another first down, Gary. Going to be very close, depending on where they spot it.
Yeah, this is right on the marker, Gary. So this, they're taking a look at it, and
where they're marking, it's going to be about 3rd and maybe a football short.
Yeah, they're calling it 3rd down. It's 3rd, not much here, and this would be a good time for a quarterback sneak. Just get on the hip of the center here, Austin Cooper, and see if you can't get a yard.
If I was going to bet, I'd say Ricky Clark's going to get it, and he does. And Ricky Clark's going to bull his way up over the 35 to the 36. And, Gary, you're not going to get Big Ricky down before he gets half a yard.
I mean, he's the biggest guy on the field tonight, Gary, and he can lean forward. So, good call on your part there. You got the ball, got the first down, and it's York 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 for the Dragons. That's a condition heating and cooling. Dragon first down, and this time they're going to hand it off again up the middle. And we got flags going on that, and I'm going to say a face mask on that one because Evan Tompkins was, Gary, he was pushing hard, and he went down but kind of awkwardly.
Yeah, he did. That was actually, I believe that was Eli Kirby on the carry there. And big gain on first down. And York has got a guy down here. I believe that's Levi Ramsey that's down.
So they're going to check on him while we got a break. We'll take one here after we tell you York leads 7-6, 2:43 to go in the first half.
And Coach Charles Vaughn, 17 years of coaching. He took his team to the state playoffs and led them in multiple district and bowl championships. His life modeled teamwork, integrity, and hard work. I'm Joey Vaughn, and this man not only was my dad, but he was my coach. I grew up learning these values, and they are a large part of what Meadowthrift Pharmacy is founded on. Come out and support our York football team.
I'm Leslie Ledbetter, a local lawyer with a strong background and years of experience in the medical legal fields. Social Security disability claims, auto accidents, essential documents like wills and powers of attorney, we can help. We also provide deed and title work and handle real estate closings, and we do uncontested divorces. We help lots of families after the loss of a loved one with sorting out estates and probate work. Amber is one of the most dedicated advocates for children and adults who need a voice all over our area, and she handles adoptions and conservatorships, and she often serves as a guardian for those in need. We respect and appreciate our clients, and we want to simplify the complex legal world for you today. Call us at 863-5997.
And back here where they're still working on Ramsey, Gary, they never did give a signal on the penalty, I don't believe.
No, they haven't called the penalty yet because of the injury, Gary. They're Levi's still down here being tended to, and I really hadn't looked out to see what the issue may be, but he's still down there. They're having a look at him right now.
And he seems to be wanting to get up, and I think they're going to try to get him up now. And there he goes, and that's a leg. That's that right leg, Gary. He is limping really bad.
Yeah, no weight on the right leg, but they're helping him off. CW helping him off the field, and with a little help here, and that'll be a big loss for York. Levi had been one of the stalwarts on the offensive line.
Face mask was the call. That's what I thought. It would be a face mask call. And Gary, the thing about that is they're going to have to move Ricky Bobby over into that spot. That's going to take him out of the backfield.
Yeah, Ricky Clark will go in at tackle. I'm thinking they're looking to see what this penalty will mark it down to about the Upperman 42-yard line here, 43-yard line.
So Big Ben just running hard tonight, Gary, to start this ball game.
He's getting some blocks. They're getting holes, Gary. That's, the York has come out offensively looking as well as they've looked all year. It's been great to watch.
So right now York's got a 1st and 10. That is a conditioned heating and cooling penalty, Dragon first down on that one. As the Dragons get the first down, and they'll come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll hand it to Stover. Stover trying to bounce outside, still on his feet, fights forward and gets about 6 on the carry.
Yeah, they're going to mark that about the 37-yard line. Give him 5 yards on that one. Good hard run over that left side, though, to get positive yardage on first down once again, Gary.
And, Gary, we really haven't seen a lot of Gibson. He come in once tonight back there, and I don't think he's carried the ball at all.
Trying to overcome that injury he's had, Gary, and, they haven't been running him at running back much for that reason, and but York, a different team tonight, carrying the ball.
And now Big Ben gets the ball again. He's going to push forward, still on his feet. He's going to bang ahead for about another 3-4 yards, Gary. He's going to be close.
It's going to be marked about the 33-yard line. It's going to put York in third and short yardage again, 3rd and 1.
And we see Gibson coming into the game.
Where they'll mark. Awful. That was a loss of a half a yard.
So the Dragons come up with a half-yard loss, and that's tough for the Dragons. As now we see coming back in.
It'll be Ricky Clark at the head of this thing, and it's 4th and 2 now, and York going to line up to go for it, and Upperman knows what's coming. They're packing it in.
And they're going to head to Clark. Clark's trying to go forward, and the Dragons trying to push him now. And I don't think he got it, Gary.
Well, he's getting a good spot on this side this time, so we'll see what happens. But the referee keeps walking left, though, so every time he walks left, it looks a little worse.
The Bees hold, Gary. They're going to mark him about a yard short, so it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Bees as the Dragons turn it over on downs. And, Gary, that might have been an opportunity to send Clark as a kind of a decoy and give it to Cooper and let him bang the other side.
Well, you could have tried something wide there, too, because they packed it in. They had everybody packed in inside the tackles there, trying to collapse on that, make sure he didn't get the first down.
So 1st and 10 now for the Bees. We got 39 ticks left to go here in quarter number 1. And the Dragons on top 7-6. Bees with the football. Enzer in the shotgun. Enzer fakes out, throws it out. Got that man out there. Oh, it's caught. What a catch. And Gary, that looked like York almost had a shot that Jones almost had a shot to intercept that, and had he intercepted, he was gone.
Yeah, that was about a 10-yard out route and a long throw across the field. Jones jumped the route, was in front of it, got a hand on it, didn't get both hands on it, got one on it, should have got both hands up and bagged the ball, and unfortunately it went right to the receiver, Metzger, who catches it for a first down.
So 1st and 10 now for the Bees as the snap. They'll give it off this time to number 8. That is Dutchess.
Yeah, Dutchess on the carry, and he'll get about 3.
So it's going to be maybe the end of the first quarter. It looks like we're down to 20 seconds. That may be the last play of the first quarter as we tick it down now to 13. And I don't think the Bees are going to snap it, Gary. I believe we're going to go to the end of 1 with the Dragons on top. 7.
This is Marvin Long, your Twin Lakes Business Solutions consultant. Now more than ever, you need a fast and reliable internet connection to keep you and your family connected. You deserve to work without interruption, virtual learn with no distractions, or run a business with high speed and reliability. With Twin Lakes Fiber Broadband, you'll have access to speeds up to 1 gig. That's 1,000 megabits per second, and a reliable internet connection when you need it most. Give me a call today at 931-476-2151 to see what Twin Lakes can do for you.
Ventures Farmers Co-op, happy to be a proud sponsor of York Dragon football. We wish you a winning season. Every game is a success when you have played your best. Ventures Farmers Co-op, bringing you quality products from feed, seed, and fertilizer to automotive, to animal health and pet products, to gas, diesel, and propane, to clothing and boots for the family and the gift shop. All this and much more at Ventures Farmers Co-op, 1219 Old Highway 127 South, Jamestown. Go Dragons! I still dream about.
Well, the Dragons with an impressive first quarter, Gary. A couple of good drives. That one just got stalled about a yard short, but the Dragons playing better offense tonight than they have all year.
Yeah, they have. Outstanding job by the Dragons there to, two really good drives. That second one ended on downs, but York looking like a whole different team offensively, Gary.
And now they'll snap it back. This is Dutchess on the carry, and Dutchess going to get hammered. Front and back. He gets knocked up to the 50-yard line, Gary, so that's going to be 3rd down and about 5 for the Bees.
Yeah, third and 4, they got to get to the 46, and so 3rd down 4, and, they just snapped the ball to the back. Dutchess, he runs it through the A-gap between the guard and the center, and, York doing a good job there getting down after about a 3-yard gain.
So 3rd and 4 for the Bees. The Dragons could use a stop here. Enzer with the snap. Hands it off to Dutchess. Dutchess cuts it back inside, still on his feet. Up over the 40, still on his feet. Breaks another tackle. Gets all the way down to the 29-yard line, Gary. And that's one of those situations where York missed some more tackles, but a rag on the field.
Yeah, I believe they're going to get them for holding. They held on trying to get the corner there, and I believe that'll back it up, make it 3rd and a lot longer for the Bees here.
So it will be holding against the Bees. That's their second holding call here in the first half.
Yeah, they held up the end trying to get to the corner there, and, obviously they did get the corner. York probably should have tackled him for a little to no gain. No, York got to do a better job tackling, Gary.
And that pushes it back to a 3rd and about 10.5 for the first down.
For York, you like this situation. This is a passing down for them, and York starting to understand the offensive playbook a little bit.
And they're going to fake the handoff. They're going to throw it down. They got a man going deep, and he's out there. Can't come up with it. No, he cannot. Incomplete.
Yeah, they've done that RPO play again, pulled it out of the back stomach, and Enzer threw one down the left sideline for Metzger. Again, he threw that one out of bounds, Gary. No chance for Metzger to pull that in. He had a couple of steps on the cornerback over there.
And Enzer will step back to punt it away. Good thing about, I've always said, having your quarterback as your punter, you never can tell.
Yeah, it'll be, I believe it's Stover back deep to field this punt.
And the snap high, and he gets it off just ahead of the defense, and that's going to hit, and it's going to roll and die just inside the 20.
York had 3 guys in the backfield there, Gary. They should have blocked that punt. They really didn't have the punt block on. Evan Tompkins about got it anyhow.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dragons. And, Gary, they've started pretty much between the 20 and the 25 all the first 2 drives.
Yeah, they have. And, York with a couple of good drives. And, just thrilled to see what they've done offensively, Gary. They've done a good job, and they're prepared. They've come in here and prepared well and moved the ball. And this 3rd drive for York, see what they can do with this one.
10:56 left to go here in the first half. The Dragons on top by 1, 7-6. Dropping back, Lefeview. Lefeview going to throw it out. Got a man out there. Good catch that time by Durham. And Durham makes a couple of moves and then gets knocked down about the 24.
Yeah, good job by Jonah. Jonah trying to make a move and maybe got an extra yard out of that with that move. But a positive play on first down. Looks like a gain of about 4 yards on first down.
So the Dragons now with a 2nd and 6 for the first down. York, Gary, looking good at moving the ball. I mean, that's something we have not been able to do this year, is sustained drives.
Have not, and throwing the ball on first down a lot, Gary. It's a good-looking offense here.
And now the snap, it'll be Lefeview handing off up the middle. Going up is Stover, and Stover bangs his way to the 33 for a conditioned heating and cooling. Dragon first down.
Yeah, they lined up in a similar formation, Gary, and just handed that ball off. Lefeview rolled out, and the defense kind of rolled with him and gave Stover a hole to run through, and he picks up about 8 yards there, 9 yards. First down, York.
Dragons moving the ball again. They're at their own 39-yard line. And now they'll go back to that stacked eye. And under center takes the snap, hands it to Cooper, the second man through, and Cooper got maybe a couple on that one, Gary.
Yeah, moves it out to about the 35-yard line, and Upperman's looking for that play anytime they line up in that stacked eye formation, Gary, and they were kind of ready for that one, held Cooper to a couple of yards. Play out of that formation, Gary, and hopefully we'll see it here very soon.
Maybe that little rollout that Stover did again a couple games ago that they hit for that good yards. And the ball's going to be dropped, and I think Lefeview fell on it.
He did not.
And that's something that York had some trouble with last week, Gary, was snapping the football.
Yeah, I don't think Stover had either. I think one of the linemen may have recovered that, Gary. I'm not sure who did.
So that moves it still 3rd and 8. York trying to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, 3rd and long yardage, something York hadn't had tonight, Gary. First time tonight, it's been 3rd and long, so see what York can pull out of the playbook here.
And we've got 8:12 left to go here in the first half, and we're going to get a timeout by York. Timeout on the field with York on top, 7-6. Break, be back.
Since the beginning, our goal at Hall Family Pharmacy has been to improve the health and lives of those in the communities we serve. While 2020 has been anything but normal, our goal remains the same. This is Jeannie Hall. As a teacher of 21 years and a mother, I know the important role that a safe learning environment plays in the lives of our children and their future success. I also understand the uncertainty that this new school year has brought. That's why Hall Family Pharmacy has invested the resources to provide 2 free reusable masks to every student in our county to show our support for you, our teachers, students, and parents working together to make the most of this school year. Stop by one of our locations in Jamestown or Clark Range to claim your mask today. Hall Family Pharmacy, our family, your health.
Back here where Gary York took a timeout to make sure they got this play exactly right. They lead it by 1 with 8:11 left to go here in the first half. York's moved the football, Gary, but like you said, they've not had that 3rd and long.
No, first time tonight they've been in 3rd and a longer yardage situation, Gary, and I'm interested to see the personnel that comes out here for them. Looks like they're going with 4 wides and 1 back.
So Stover in the backfield, you got Durham and Bilbrey here. You got Mitchell on the far side. As the snap, it's going to be Lefty dropping back. He's going to air one out. He's got a man out there. Going up, Mitchell going for it, and incomplete.
Nice job. That was a good throw by Lefty. That ball out there. Ty Dutchess on the fence. Mark Mitchell going for the ball. He made a great effort for that ball, Gary, and got both hands on it. Dutchess kind of knocked him off of it, so it fell to the ground.
And we'll see Castellon come in. He will kick it away. 7-6. 8 minutes, 4 seconds left to go here in the first half of play. Castellon to kick it. To punt it. Got a man in motion as Tolman's going to get, I think, going to get a flag again, Gary.
Yeah, the referee threw the flag, and they're calling substitution infraction once again. They have 12 on the field.
Okay. Now that's
yeah. There's 12 on the field, so Tolman going to run off now. So.
And usually, Gary, that's the job of the punters to make sure you only got 11.
Yeah. So that second time we've seen that tonight.
And the snap back to Castellon. He'll get the punt off, and he gets a boomer. That one's going to go down and going to take a big hop, and it's touched by number 4, and he's going to be dropped all the way back to the 22-yard line as, Gary, that time Metzger bobbled it, and when he did, he was dead in the water.
Yeah, Miles Lefty there to make the tackle. Didn't give him a chance to make a move either, and that was great. Good open field tackle there by Miles, and it's backed them up to the 21-yard line, looks like, where they'll begin.
So the Bees with the football, and York able to stop them last time. We'll see if they can do it again. We've got 7:54 left to go here in the first half of play. Now, Upperman will get the ball to start the second half as they deferred in that first half. And now they've got, they're going in the, and there's a bad snap, and now York's going to fall on it. The Dragons come up with it, and I believe that's left you again.
No, that was actually Zach Gibson that got the turnover there. But the ball was snapped, hit the guy in motion, Gary, and falls away, and Gibson able to fall on it, and York's going to have it inside the Upperman 20-yard line.
I think, Gary, that one was snapped a little quicker than what they expected.
Actually, that ball will be on the 10-yard line. So, that ball wasn't supposed to be snapped. Obviously, it hit the man in motion in the face mask as he come through, and York, a golden opportunity here, Gary.
And they got that stacked up as Big Bobby up in front, and they're going to roll it out. It's going to be wide open. Now we're going to have, a pass down as Bilbrey. Gary looked like he was going to be breaking free. Lefty led him perfectly, but he got hit from behind.
That ball may have been led a little too much, but Carter Shanks, number 21, helps York out there because he pushed Bilbrey in the back when he made the cut, and it'll be pass interference. And that was happening in the end zone. That should be on the 2-yard line.
So we'll see what the final spot is, but the Dragons get a big break there as that was a good play, Gary. You mentioned that earlier, having a pass play out that stacked iron. That time they ran it.
It was great. They had one-on-one coverage, and he broke open. So just heard there's a second flag down somewhere, Gary, so I don't know what. See what both of these flags are. York may be, I don't know what they're going to call.
At worst, if it's, we definitely got the pass interference down on the goal line. And pass interference. I think they're going to pick up the one up here.
Yeah, they're calling. Well, let's see.
And let's see, they're still talking.
Hey, Kerry, find out what they're talking to Miles about. Don't let Miles make the decision.
And it's going to be half the distance, so it'll be half the distance as now York will have it 1st and 10 at the 5.
Yeah, half the distance. Half in the end zone didn't matter. It's half the distance here, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 5.
So we'll see what York does here. They've got it 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
York already lined up here. They're in that 3-back set again. They have Stover at the back of this thing. Ricky Clark leading here. We'll see what the play is.
I'm gonna say a handoff to Clark up the middle. No, they're going to go with Stover. He bounces off one, still on his feet, fighting at that right side. He's going to get a little bit of yardage, Gary, but it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Yeah, he got down inside the 2 here, Gary, so I think, and that ball should be at the 1.5-yard line.
I think they marked it. Now they're
Actually, they marked it to about the 2.5. Another bad spot for York.
So York will come up now with a 2nd and goal.
Here's where I think you need Ricky Clark.
They're going to give it to Cooper behind Clark, and he's going to pound it in for a touchdown, Dragons.
Nice play. They let Ricky lead that one and led it off the left side, and Ben kind of slid in beside him there and got it into the end zone.
So now the Dragons will try the extra point, and this is a big extra point, Gary, because this can actually make it an 8-point ball game.
Yeah, it could. It keeps that extra point in play that they missed. So a big extra point by Michaela Reagan.
And now they'll set it up for Michaela. The snap is down. She's got the kick up. The kick is good. The Rock puts it through, and the Dragons take a 14-6 lead with 7:07 to go.
Pumpkin kisses and harvest wishes that you have a comfortable fall season. Ensure your comfort this year by getting your fall maintenance schedule with Condition Heating and Cooling. When you sign up for a year maintenance plan with us, you'll earn rewards with our new Eco Platinum Rewards program. We want all our customers to know how much we appreciate them by giving back something for their loyalty. Gain credit dollars each year you renew, along with some free items along the way. Hurry and book your spot today. Call Condition Heating and Cooling for more information to schedule your maintenance.
Well, Gary, the Dragons capitalize on the turnover, and now they're not used to.
Yeah, in the lead here, 7:07 to go in the first half, Gary, and York is fantastic on offense, especially compared to what we've seen this year, and great drives, 3 of them. 2 of them they managed to get in the end zone. So York in the lead as Stover getting ready to kick this one off.
Caden will kick it away, and we've got 7:07 to go in the first half. And that one's going to go deep to Metzger. Metzger going to get in at the 10. He's back up to the 20, cuts back inside, and he's going to be dropped there at the 32-yard line. Good job by the Dragons return team.
Yeah, Evan Tompkins up to make that tackle, Gary, and hold him to a minimal return, and Upperman will play from about the 33-yard line.
So the Dragons will go back on defense now, and it'll be first down for the Bees.
York get a big defensive stop here. It'd be huge, Gary, and see what York can do. Upperman fumbled on their last possession.
And now up will come Enzer. Enzer in the shotgun. He'll snap it. Enzer's going to drop back, throw it out quickly. Got a man out there. That's Metzger. Metzger breaks one tackle and gets about another yard, Gary, and gets about 6 on the first down.
Yeah, they'll put him at they're going to put him about the 39-yard line, gain of 6, so it'll be 2nd and 4. And, 38-yard line, give him 5 on that one. And that was just a little quick route to Metzger to give him the ball. York had defenders out there, made the tackle pretty quickly, not before he made one guy miss.
Enzer back in the shotgun, hands it off this time to number 8. That's Dutchess, and Dutchess is going to be dropped after about a half-a-yard gain.
They're going to give him a couple out to about the 40, so it'll be 3rd and 3.
So the Dragons now with another golden opportunity here, Garrett. They can just come up with the stop.
Yeah, a big third down here. Huge third down, and Upperman bringing in a couple of bigger guys here, and looks like they're going a little bigger package. They got Jaron McKellen and Clayton Harrison into the game, so going a little big, a little bit of a power look here.
And it will be snapped, and the quarterback is going to keep it himself, and he'll get out, and that's Dutchess. He's going to get out of bounds just enough for the first down, gets up to about the 46.
Yeah, good play. They trapped the block, kicked the end inside, Gary, and allowed Dutchess to have a lane around the right side, and he gets about 7 yards on that, move it out to the 47-yard line.
1st and 10 now for the Bees at their own 47-yard line. Dragons on top, 14-6. Minutes left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, and now here they are backing 3 receivers again.
Enzer now with a quick out. He's got a man out there. He breaks the tackle. Still on his feet, beats Bilbrand. He's going to head toward the end zone, Gary, and he's going to score easily, as that was number 12, Dalton Barney, Gary. He got that first one, made the first man miss, made the second man miss, and he could walk into the end zone.
Yeah, Seth Helbig had pretty good coverage, Gary, and then he slipped away from the tackle, and then Brett Jones there trying to make an open field tackle on him. He put a move on him, made him miss, and he was off to the races at that point.
And now, Gary, they're going to go for 2, I believe, try to tie this up.
Yeah, it looks like they've got their 2-point offense. This is that big set again. Look for Dutchess to keep this around the right end, Gary.
Dutchess back in the shotgun. Gets the snap. No, he's going to hand it off to number 34. He bounces off a player. Still on his feet, and he's going to dive in. Does not get there. Good D by the Dragons, Gary. He hit first, and the Dragons couldn't wrap him up, but he got away, and then the Dragons able to come up and knock him down.
Yeah, I kind of thought he was going to walk at him, but good play by York to collapse on that and keep him out of the end zone. The 2-point conversion, no good.
So the Dragons keep a 2-point lead as we have 6 minutes.
Too many choices can be overwhelming.
Do I get the sausage biscuit or sausage McMuffin?
It's called choice overload. But McDonald's makes breakfast easy. Just mix and match 2 of your select faves like any size soft drink or Southern-style sweet tea. Sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or hash browns for just $2.
Okay, so I'm ordering the sausage biscuit and...
Start your morning at McDonald's. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price. Valid when product served.
Back here, Gary, and those extra points can come back to haunt you. Just case in point, last Tuesday night we did the Crush football game. Crush made their extra points. DeKalb County didn't, and the Crush come away with the win.
Yeah, the extra points are huge, and the Bees haven't converted tonight. York's still in the lead, 5:55 to go here in the first half, Gary.
And Maynard's going to kick it short, and that's be taken by the Upman. And that's Miller. Miller looking for some room, and Miller's got no room, and he goes down at the 31, but that's still pretty decent field position.
He ran up and caught the ball, Gary. You didn't want that ball to hit the ground, and so that was an outstanding job by him to do that. Even though he didn't get much on the return, York didn't give up yards by letting that ball hit the ground.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10, and Gary, this is about the best, with the exception of the turnover down here, this is the best field position York's had.
It is, and 5:50 to go here. See what York can do with this on offense now for the. I guess this is the fifth possession of the night.
So 3 to the left and 1 to the. All right, and we're going to have a timeout called by Upperman. Before the play gets underway, Upperman wants to talk about it. We got 5:50 to go in the first half. Gibson's going to break free, and he's headed to pay dirt. Gibson all the way for a touchdown, Dragons.
Hello, everyone. This is John Robbins on behalf of State Representative John Mark Wendell, wishing the York Dragons many touchdowns and many wins during the football season. John Mark is happy to be a sponsor of the play-by-play broadcast and hopes that you enjoy each and every game. Again, on behalf of Representative John Mark Wendell, this is John Robbins saying, best of luck, Dragons.
Gary, for York, the this a big series here because Upperman, if they can get a stop, they're going to get the ball to start the second half. York needs to get the time, run off the clock, and get this down, not allow the Bees to get any points before half.
Well, York just needs to keep doing what they've been doing, Gary. Not try to go to the well too many times. They've done a really nice job of passing on first down, mixing in the pass and the run, and got to keep doing that here and keep the ball moving, positive yardage, and they have looked as good on offense as they've looked all year, Gary, and nice job by the Dragons here through the first, in this first half, and they move the ball like this. I don't think Upperman can catch them like this.
And now dropping back left, few quick alley. He's got a man out there. That's Mitchell. Mitchell breaks a tackle. Mitchell's headed down the sideline. Mitchell's trying to beat the man in the end zone. Get him down at the 6-yard line was Dutchess. And, Gary, that was a heck of a run by Mitchell.
It was, a little slant route, and Miles Lippew hit him in stride, and he's off to the races. And Mitchell's a fast kid. Dutch is fast, too, able to run him down inside the 10-yard line. And but a great play by Mitchell to get this ball first and goal for York.
And that will be a condition heating and cooling. Dragon first down.
8-yard line, I believe, is what it'll be.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 8 as York comes. And they'll take the snap, and Cooper going to bounce it to the right side. Cooper's headed down. Did he get in? Touchdown, Dragons!
Nice run by Ben Cooper. Usually you just want to take that ball and get what you can out of it. He saw a lane, bounced that outside, Gary, and took it to the end zone.
So the Dragons now up at 20-12. And this one's a big one by Reagan, Gary. This one will make it to a touchdown. Won't tie. They can't tie it with a touchdown.
Yeah, a big extra point here. York didn't have 11 on the field for the last extra point. Let's make sure they've got them this time.
And here comes somebody running on late.
Here he comes, so that'll make them 11. That's one of the guards, actually, it looks like.
Snap is down. The kick is up. Reagan right down the middle. The Rock with 3 extra points, and the Dragons lead it 21-12.
Whether you're competing on the athletic field or working hard in the classroom, remember you have the support of First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. We're behind you 100% of the way. Good luck to all the area teams. Play tough and play fair. And remember, when it comes to helping you with your banking needs, we're First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And now over and over, it's First Volunteer for you.
Gary, and this, what a weapon this Mark Mitchell has turned out to be. That's something the Dragons didn't have in the first few games. That's because he was out.
Well, we heard Coach Johnson say he'd love to get him on the field, and has got him on the field tonight, and that was just he showed why he wanted him on the field on that drive. That's just a little about 7-8 yard slant route, and Miles Lippew paid on the money, hit him in stride, and he was off to the races, Gary.
Jersey boy with the run on that one gives York a chance to take the lead up by now 9. And Stover will kick it, and that's going to be a low-line driver taken there by number 20, and he heads up the left side. He's still on his feet. Got a good return on that one. He's going to be knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way up close to midfield, Gary.
Yeah, Caden Shanks, they kicked it to the other man. They didn't kick it to Metzger, kicked it to the other side that time to Caden Shanks, and he brings it
back
up
to the 41.
Yeah, they got him out of bounds at the 42-yard line, so back it up a few yards. Still a good return, and Upperman in good shape here to start this drive.
York needs a stop here. Upperman, they
got a flag down.
Got a flag on top of it, so that's going to back that thing up all the way back to the, looks like.
The penalty flag's thrown at the 31-yard line. So
that's going to back it all the way up to about the 21 probably.
That's what it'll be. So that's huge, and they start well back now, and cut that yardage in half there. They'll start to 21 instead of 42.
That takes away a great return for the Bees, and it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 21. As back in the shotgun will go Enzer. And 1st and 10 for the Bees. Snap. They'll fake the handoff, and they give the handoff this time, and going outside and getting a couple of yards is
number 2. York to collapse on that. Isaiah Strong playing the slot there, actually dove in there and misdirected him, and he gets a couple of yards out of that. Actually got about 5 out of that, it looks like. So it'll be 2nd and 5.
And that's the first time we've called his name tonight. He's been lined up in the backfield, but that's the first time they've actually handed it off to him. As it looks like Duchess is at quarterback now.
The referee's over here talking to Coach Ben Crane from Upperman here, not sure what's going on. So,
and
they're calling both coaches, looks like.
Things must be getting a little chippy out there, Gary.
I'm not sure, but they're walking over towards the York sideline and Coach Kerry Johnson.
So, not sure. And 2nd and 4.
I'm not really sure what that one's about.
I'm not either. I'm totally confused on that one. Back in his shotgun goes Shank, they'll throw it out to Metzger. Metzger's got some blockers out in front, breaks another one, and finally brought down by Tompkins, Gary.
He's a good running back. He's shifty. He's not real quick, and, he's pretty fast, but he don't have that quick first step. But he's shifty, and he's made York kids miss all night long, and he gets about 17 yards on that one. Gary moves it out to the 43-yard line.
And Coach Johnson mentioned him this week on the show, that he is the one player that always seems to have a big play for the Bees.
Yeah, and another big play by him. The clock running, but Upperman on the move here, Gary.
And this time it's going to be Duchess again. Duchess is going to be wrapped up and gets up to about the
kind of stopped on the play, and Enzer runs by him, and fortunately York picks up the hold on Upperman. They'll back this up 10 yards.
And Upperman's getting York disease here, and tonight, Gary, they've got a lot of those penalties.
They have, and York playing composed football all of a sudden, except for a couple of substitution violations, and Upperman the one picking up the penalties right now.
So it's going to be a 1st and about
18.
Throws out, and Metzger can't hang on, and Gary, that one wouldn't have went very far anyway.
Brett Jones was going to wrap that up, Gary, and that would have went for minimal gain. Instead, it falls flat, and it's going to be, 2nd and 18 now.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 18 for the Bees. As it will be Upperman backing up, 2nd and long. Snap back to the quarterback. He'll throw it out this time. Got a man out there. It's going to be incomplete, and he was leveled when he let it go, Gary. Tompkins got to him.
Yeah, Tompkins hit him just right after he released the ball, and he got a good lick in on him. He is wanting to repping the passer flag, not going to get it here, and it'll be 3rd and 18.
And, Gary, this is one of those plays where you've got to be careful. They run that little slant that's cost York a couple of times. Should have actually been 2 touchdowns scored on that little slant play.
Yeah, they've got 3 receivers to the left over here, and, one to the right.
And now a big rush by the Dragons. They get to him right as he lets it go, but he's going to make the play, and it's going to be brought down to 45-yard line. Great catch by number 10.
That's Jackson Bush on the catch, and he caught that ball falling to the ground, Gary, and York got another hit on Enzer, but not enough to knock him offline.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bees. We got 3.5 minutes left to go here in the first half. Now Upperman will get the ball to start the second half of play as they deferred on the opening kickoff, so they will get the ball to start the second half. So this is a big drive for them. If they can put some points on the board, they'll have the ball to start that second half. Enzer back in the shotgun, hands it off over to Duchess. Duchess tries to get outside. York can't hang on to him. Breaks another tackle. Still on his feet and finally brought down the 30-yard line. And, Gary, it seems like Evan Tompkins is everywhere on this one.
Well, he's coming in, running down the ball carrier, making all the tackles, and Duchess gets up limping here, Gary. Another flag down.
And we'll see what the call is.
This may be a personal foul on York. We see a Upperman player coming off the field without his helmet or carrying his helmet. So that's Dalton Barney. So we'll see what the call is.
And York, either way, it's still going to be a first down for the Bees.
Face mask. Personal foul, face mask. That'll move it half the distance to the goal here, so it'll be 1st and 10 from about the York 15-yard line.
And Dragons need to bow up here, Gary, as we got to the 3-minute mark of this first half.
Yeah, we have, and big penalty on York there. We just talked about how they've been playing composed. Grab the face mask, though, of somebody, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty.
And now Duchess back in at quarterback. You can bet he's going to be, well, he actually hands it out to McClellan Dedman up the middle, and Dedman pushes it up, and he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line.
Yeah, he's down at about the 1-yard line, and Dedman got a clear running lane right up the middle and takes that down inside the 1. So Upperman will be 1st and goal. They're knocking on the door here, Gary.
And as we mentioned, Gary, they do have the ball to start the second half, but York should get the ball back. Here was a little bit of time left on the clock. We'll see.
Yeah, chance maybe do something. That last drive went pretty quick, Gary. But right now you want to try to keep him out of the end zone if you can.
Exactly. As they give it to Dedman, he's going to get in, though. Dedman's going to punch it in from the 1, and the Bees have cut it to 3. Gary, if you're the Bees, do you go for just a regular extra point here to try to make this a 2-point game and then have a shot at maybe a touchdown and 2-point conversion?
Well, you can do either or here, and looks like the place kicker is on. They're in the 2-point offense. Looks like, Gary, they're going to try to go for this.
So they're going to try to cut this to a 1-point ball game as Duchess in the shotgun. Snap back, he's going to go straight ahead and in for a 2-point conversion. So with 2:31 left to go, we're back to a 1-point game. York leads it 21-20.
At MetaThrift, our customers are just like family. Your health and safety are at the heart of everything we do every day. We never settle for second best when it comes to protecting our customers' well-being. That's why we've installed new glass enclosures to keep you safe and set your mind at ease every time you visit us. Our full-service drive-thru is also open all day, every day, so you can experience our fast, friendly service without leaving the safety of your vehicle. MetaThrift, your prescription for caring for 77 years.
2.5 minutes left to go here in the first half, and Gary, the Bees going to be kicking off. The Dragons, this would be an excellent time for a big return here and maybe get something before half.
Yeah, you'd like to get a real nice return, move this ball up the field, Pete, and get field position. York started at about the 31 the last time, and a couple of plays they were 1st and goal to 10, Gary. So have hit on a couple of big plays tonight. Plenty of time here to do something before the half runs out.
And if you can get in, also they have actually an extra weapon this year. They've got a field goal kicker, so we'll see what they can do if they can get some points before the half, as it will be Manus kicking it away. And Manus, the kick, taken at the 20 by the Dragons. It'll be to reverse the field. That's Jones, and Jones is going to be hit. Jones still on his feet, gets up to about the 25. Gary,
he ran left and right when he caught that ball, Gary. You need to turn that up the field and north and south and try to get everything he could out of that, and probably cost York some field position, and there's a flag down.
Yeah, so there's a flag on the play. And
looks like York's going to back up here. I'm not sure, though.
Face mask.
Oh, yeah, Upperman.
So that gives you a little bit of an advantage. That gets you up to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that'll move it on up. It's a five-yard penalty, so it's not a personal foul. So it'll be on the 30. York will start from the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 Dragons. They've got 2 minutes, 21 seconds to work with. They got that 3-man backfield, Gary.
Yeah, you got Kirby, you got Cooper and Stover at the back of this.
So they'll take the snap, hand it off the front man through, and that is Kirby banging up to about the 38, Gary.
Yeah, nice run by Eli there. 7 yards on first down. It'll be 2nd and 3, and York got to get in a little bit of a hurry here.
Yeah, York's got to get to the line quickly. They got 2 minutes left to go, and Gary, they got to get a little bit more of a hurry.
I think York's only got one timeout left, so you got to go quickly here.
Leftview hands it off this time to Cooper, and Cooper's going to get a condition. Heating and cooling, Dragon first down.
Nice job getting that out to about the 43-yard line. Clocks will stop while the chains move, but York got to get up here quickly. And
you need to be at the line when that.
Yeah, Leftview's running to the sideline to get the play here and getting it in kind of slow, but the clock hadn't started yet. So good job here, Dragons, getting this in play.
And now they're going to give it off Stover. Stover trying to make a cut, bounces up and gets the 49 and gets knocked down.
Oh, Gary, he had a big running lane inside here. Instead, stopped and wanted to cut that back inside and allowed the defense to collapse on him.
So a minute and a half left to go in this first half, and York taking an awful lot of time to work it up.
Yeah, you gotta get moving here, and the
have a little more sense of urgency.
Clock moving, minute 18. So York lined up here.
It'll be Leftview. Leftview, the snap dropped it, and that's going to be a disaster. So that'll make it 3rd down and about 4, Gary, and that may be where York may have to use their timeout.
Well, they could, but they're going late run here, I think, see if they can get the first down, Gary, and clock running, and York probably going to let this run down some, and if they get something out of this play, then they might take the timeout. But I think they're looking like they're content to go to the dressing room up 1.
So we're down to 40 seconds left to go. They'll have to make another play. We see Castillon come in. And York looks like
they're going to call timeout here, it looks like, Gary.
And York takes a timeout before they get to penalty. We got 27 ticks left to go in the half. It's a 1-point York lead.
Hey y'all, it's Lexi here at Sweet Peach. I wanted to tell you guys about a few of the things we have in the shop. We have the most popular fragrance brand, Amber Oils, fully stocked year-round, and these make the perfect gifts. Another new brand we are so excited to finally be carrying is Hobo Bags. They have been so popular and will make the best Christmas gifts also. We carry some super cute, trendy masks to wear during this crazy time. Sweet Peach is so happy and excited to be cheering on the Dragons this season. We hope to see you in the shop soon. We are located directly behind the post office.
Well, York with the football, Gary, and like you said, I believe they're content to go in at half with a 1-point lead as they taking a lot of time getting up to the line of scrimmage and then just let the clock run.
Yeah, look, if they don't get the first down here, look for Upperman to call timeout, try to block this punt that's coming up. So a big 3rd down for York.
And the snap, they're going to hand it to Castillon. Castillon gets up, and he's going to get the first down, and that'll be a condition heating and cooling. Dragon first down.
See what York does. 21 seconds here, and let's see if they try to get a play here and what that might be. And looks like they're going to let this run, Gary, and they're going to the locker room.
Looks like it's going to be.
Well, no, here comes Lefeview to get the play in.
They're going to run one more at least.
Yeah, they're going to try one more.
They'll get the snap. They'll fake it, and Lefeview rolls out. He's got a man out there and throwing it. It's going to be short, and that's your halftime. Halftime of this one. At the half, the Dragons of York Institute lead the Upperman Bees 21-20. Back in a moment.
The Gary Maxwell Insurance Office offering area insurance is located at 300 West Central Avenue in Jamestown. Get a free quote for your home, auto, life, or business with no obligation to buy. Call 879-1251. Shane Beatty, Katie Cooper, Tammy Robbins, and Brad Rains agents, along with Jeff Robbins, manager, will be happy to assist you. That's Gary Maxwell Insurance, located 300 West Central Avenue with locations in Livingston, Cookeville, and Gainsboro.
Like a great sports team needs a great captain to lead them, a county needs a great executive to move forward. And Fentress County has it in Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy believes in this county and its endless possibilities. So for great sports and a great county, be like County Executive Jimmy Johnson and back Fentress County all the way.
When it comes to watching sports, there's no telling what you'll hear.
No!
But when you order Pizza Hut for the game, you know exactly what you'll hear.
What the? Oh, that looks fantastic.
Your favorite pizza.
Ooh.
Those awesome wings.
What?
Plus sides and desserts.
Yeah.
All waiting at pizzahut.com. So order now, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Huh. What game?
Product availability, prices, participation, delivery areas, and charges and minimum purchase required for delivery may vary. Delivery charges not a driver tip.
Cool, crisp air, falling leaves, and shorter days. Fall is just around the corner, and that means two words here in Tennessee. No, not pumpkin spice. Football and hunting. Whether you're hitting the field or stepping into the woods, Hall Sports and Outdoors has everything you need to get ready for the season. Up your game with name brand clothing and equipment like Under Armour, Rocky, Columbia, and lots more.
No need to drive out of town for the best sports and outdoor gear. Order online or visit our store to see our amazing selection in downtown Jamestown. Follow Hall Sports and Outdoors on Facebook and Instagram for all the latest brands and sales. At Hall Sports and Outdoors, the outdoors are always open.
And back here at halftime, York leads at 21-20. Time now for the Showtime Ford halftime stats. We'll be back with those right after this.
Hello, folks. Bruce Babb, GM at Showtime Ford in Wartburg, Tennessee. We are your full-service dealer for sales, leasing, and ordering. We have lenders for all types of credit. We have a great selection of new and pre-owned SUVs and vans. We service all types of vehicles. Call Service Manager Terry Martinez. Our pledge is to make you happy and for you to feel at home. Come by and see us at our dealership on Highway 62 in Wartburg. Call 1-877 New Ford. Visit us online at ShowtimeFord.com. Remember, folks, it's go time at Showtime.
And back here on the Showtime Ford halftime stats, York leading, Gary. That's the big stat in this one, 21-20. Give us a rest.
Yeah, you know, obviously you said it. York, 10 first downs in the first half, 28 carries, 106 yards. They're 5 of 9 through the air, Gary. Most passes they've thrown all year, 115 yards. 37 plays, 221 yards in the first half. Big thing is no turnovers. Although they fumbled it twice, they have recovered both of them. Upperman, 13 carries, 102 yards, 8 of 12 through the air, 127 yards, 28 plays, 229 yards. So yardage pretty close here in the first half. And the big thing, York, 15-36 time of possession. That's how they win football games, Gary. And Upperman only 8-24. Individually for York, it's Ben Cooper, 9 carries, 46 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first half. Caden Stover, 9 carries for 24 yards. Eli Kirby, 2 carries, 14 yards. And Ricky Clark, 3 carries for 10 yards. Miles Lefeview, 5 of 9 through the air, 115 yards and 1 touchdown. Mark Mitchell's caught 4 balls for 111 yards and the 1 touchdown. Jonah Durham's caught 1 for 4. For Upperman, Ty Dutchess at 11 carries, 78 yards and a touchdown. Terrence Dedman, 4 carries, 23 yards and a touchdown. Thomas Enzer, 1 carry for 1 yard. Through the air, Thomas Enzer's 4 of 6 for 83 yards and a touchdown. Ty Dutchess, 4 of 6 for 44 yards. Receiving for Upperman, Daniel Metzger's caught 5 for 42. Dalton Barney, 1 for 53 and the touchdown. Dylan DeRosset, 1 for 20, and Carter Shanks, 1 for 12. Tackles, York led by Evan Tompkins, no surprise in the first half with 6 tackles. Terrence Dedman leads Upperman with 9. Scoring in the first half, 6 minutes ago in the first half, it was Mark Mitchell on an 18-yard pass from Miles Lepew. Michaela Reagan makes the kick, 14 plays, 80 yards, 6 minutes off the clock, 7-0. 3:20 go in the first quarter. It's Ty Dutchess on a 27-yard run. Thomas Enzer with the kick or rush failed. 9 plays, 83 yards, 2:34 off the clock. It's 7-6. In the second quarter, York, 7:07 left to go. Ben Cooper on a 3-yard run. Michaela Reagan with the kick. 2 plays, 10 yards, 43 seconds. It's 14-6. 5:55 to go in the first half. It's Dalton Barney on a 53-yard pass from Thomas Enzer. The 2-point conversion failed. It's 14-12. 5:16 to go in the first half. Ben Cooper on an 8-yard run. Michaela Reagan with the kick. 2 plays, 69 yards, 34 seconds. It's 21-12. And finally, with 2:31 to go in the first half, Terrence Dedman on a 1-yard run. Ty Dutchess with the rush. 9 plays, 78 yards, 2:35 off the clock, and it's 21-20 at halftime, Gary.
So those are our Showtime Ford halftime stats. Don't go away. Got a special guest coming up at half. Right after this break from Showtime Ford, we'll be back and tell you who it is.
Hello, folks. Bruce Babb, GM at Showtime Ford in Walberg, Tennessee. We are your full-service dealer for sales, leasing, and ordering. We have lenders for all types of credit. We have a great selection of new and pre-owned SUVs and vans. We service all types of vehicles. Call Service Manager Terry Martinez. Our pledge is to make you happy and for you to feel at home. Come by and see us at our dealership on Highway 62 in Watburg. Call 1-877-NEW-FORD. Visit us online at ShowtimeFord.com. Remember, folks, it's go time at Showtime.
And back here at halftime, where joining me, I've got New York head coach, basketball coach, I should say, boys basketball coach, Roy Whiten. And Roy, thanks for joining us here tonight.
It's good to be here, but it's a great night for football also. It's a great night to see us playing well.
That's true. You're playing very, very well. You guys are coming back. You've got a good group of kids coming back from last year. The team that made it to the state tournament didn't get to play because of COVID. COVID still stinks, folks. But you got some good kids back, and we're looking for a big season coming up.
Well, we have two big holes to fill. Of course, with the loss of Roger and Noah, but we have a very good class of freshmen coming in that will play a lot, see a lot of playing time. Unfortunately, we didn't have summer camps to be able to institute a new transition, a new program that these guys are going to be used to. But we have one of the best groups of young men that I have been around in many, many years, in the fact that they are all in on our program, and they are extremely coachable, and they're fine young men. They're great student athletes, and I'm so excited to have those kind of kids, because with those kind of kids that do things on the court and off the court the right way are kids that are winners.
Coach, you got a good nucleus coming back. Of course, you got Wreckett Riley Cooper going to be back. Yeah. He dominated toward the end of the season last year. You got a great point guard in Nick Smith. Big man underneath in Jonathan Headings, and Jacob Jennings. He come in and gave some great minutes last year as well, so that's a good nucleus
to build around. And what those guys are great leaders. And with the young players that we have coming in, they have been nothing but just stellar leaders in helping them and accepting them. And we are not like a lot of teams where juniors and seniors feel like the freshmen are less than or not as good as. But that is not the way that these guys have accepted them. Know that they're going to have to play. Know that they're going to have to contribute to our team for us to be successful. We have, like you said, a great nucleus to build around with 3 starters back. Riley Cooper is one of the best. I would say the best big man, the best postman in Middle Tennessee. We are getting. I have got 3 colleges that are actively recruiting him, seeking him, that saw highlights of him, and he has got nothing but better since last year. Nick, of course, has committed to Missouri for baseball, but we have talked a lot. Baseball makes Nick whole. Basketball makes him complete. He is a great kid that is going to offer us a coach on the basketball floor. Every team that I've had, Gary, as you know, that has been super successful has had a point guard that's a coach on the floor. Fortunately, we have that this year in Nick. And then when you have John Headings, I'm going to tell you, he is a total different player than he was last year. He is a player that just came into his own. And we have had an opportunity to work one-on-one for a few months in my basketball academy, and that gave us an opportunity to work. And he is a complete different player in his confidence, in his skills. I think people are going to be shocked in this district when they see John Headings on the floor.
Coach, you mentioned it earlier. You probably got one of the most talented freshman groups that have come in past several years from top to bottom.
Yes, we have some good big men that came in, and then we have some great guards. And you see the quarterback for the that's a freshman. And Miles Lefew out here is going to be a really, really, really good basketball player. You got Zach Bird, you got Jackson Canancer, and then you've got the receiver Bryson Bilbrey that's out here on the football. Those 4 are extremely talented. And then you put in with the bunch with you got Andrew Hall that is coming in. We got Eli. We have Mason. We have, I can't get into naming all of those freshmen, but we have a great freshman class, one of the best freshman class. And people in White County laugh at me when I say, but I think they are very comparable to Jolly, Gribble, Austin, and Burchett when they came in, and what they completed their junior and senior year with winning AAA state championships against all the Memphis and all of the large schools that were so talented. So,
Coach, you're in one of the toughest districts in the state. I've always said this is one of the best boys districts, and it's even from top to bottom. Anybody can beat anybody in this district.
Yeah, I think so. I had opportunity last year to see the last part of the season and the tournament play, and some very evenly matched teams that we'll see in this district. And it's just a matter of, I feel like, the teams that can execute. And from what I have seen from our team, I believe that we will be in position to execute, compete with anybody. Does not believe that we can, but I truly believe that our players, with the players that we have, we can compete with anybody in the 2A level. I think we can compete with a lot of teams in the 3A level. And we will get a chance to see that in the Christmas tournament in the Sonic Shootout, as we'll be going up against Warren County. And if we beat Warren County, we'll be placed against White County, which will be one of the top teams in the state with Ole Miss, Sinai, Grant Slatton. So,
and Coach, it's just not that far off. I mean, people saying we're right in the middle of football season. Basketball will be here before you know it.
Yes, it will be, and we are doing things right now, working out, trying to get ready for that. But we're also doing something right now that these guys are really buying into and really like, and that's what we didn't get to do this summer, is team bonding and coming together as a group. And I really believe for us to be successful that we have to be a group that is for one. Not worried about what I'm going to do or what we're going to do. What are we going to accomplish, and not what I'm going to accomplish. And I really feel like that this group is really cut out of that mold, and that makes me.
Well, thank you for joining us, and best of luck. You kick off the season, I believe, in about the end of November, I believe.
Well, yeah, actually, the November the 17th, it looks like we'll be at the Hall of Fame, and we'll be kicking off there. The TFAA is not going to allow us to scrimmage before then, so it's going to be going into that first game, you're going to have to be ready to do things without being able to put them in practice before. So we're looking forward to it.
Hey, we are too, Coach, and we'll see you down the road a little bit.
Yes.
And that was Coach Roy Whited, the new boys head basketball coach at York Institute. We're going to take a quick timeout, and then we'll be back with the second half. And back here where we're getting set for what should be a good game, second half of the game. Gary Upperman going to get the ball to start the second half, and they can, with a score, take the lead.
Yeah, Gary, it'll be a big defensive possession for York. You know, nothing better could happen to York than get a 3-and-out here to start the second half and make them punt the ball to you early. And York, this looks like a different team, Gary. They've really clicked, put some things together that have worked for them tonight.
Gary, would you roll the dice and try onside kick to start the second half?
No, I wouldn't. No, I don't think so. This is you're in a good spot if you're York. You're wanting to keep this up for another 2 quarters. Kick it away, play defense here, and try to get off the field as quick as you can.
And York, Gary, one thing they got to shore up this week. They did. It was last week as well, as that tackling. They got to make that tackle.
Yeah, got to make some tackles. It's real important that shore up some of the tackling here.
So it'll be Stover to kick it away. And the Bees will have Metzger and number 20 back deep. That is Shanks. And Gary,
Caden Shanks had a good kickoff return on the last one.
And it was all called back for a punt, for a hold. So now York will kick it off, and the Upperman Bees will have to start this second half, and they will have a chance to take the lead for the first time on this first possession. As Stover going to kick it away, and that's going to head towards Shanks. Shanks will take it to the 15. He's up to the 20, to the 25, and he's going to be knocked down right about the 30-yard line. As good job by the Dragons on the coverage, Gary.
It was, and Shanks is going to run that towards the left sideline. Looks like that's where he took off to again, Gary, and got tripped up there about the 29-yard line. Looks like where Upperman will put this in play.
So Upperman with the 1st and 10. Here we go, second half action, folks. If you just tuned in, you missed a good one so far. York leading by 1. And the Dragons will see back in the shotgun. They'll hand it out this time on the left side. Dedman with a run, and Dedman's going to be hit and dropped. Good job by the Dragons that time, as coming over to make the hit was Tompkins.
Yeah, Tompkins set Helbig there as well, and gain of about 3 on first down. They done that RPO and gave it to Dedman coming around the right side, and the hole opened up there for a brief moment, Gary, and it closed up pretty quick. So good job by the York defense, give them in second down and long.
Now back in the shotgun goes Shanks, or make that number 8.
Duchess on the
carry.
Yeah, he's going to get about 2 on that one, so they're going to have 3rd and 5 here early.
If they get a 3-and-out in this opening possession.
It will, Gary, and a huge 3rd down here. Line Duchess up in the backfield, gave him the ball, and just York doing a good job defensively to cut that down and to get it to 3rd and 5 here.
So here come the Bees. They got a 3rd and 5. Back in the shotgun goes Duchess gets the snap. He's headed out over the left side. He's got some run room, but he's going to be dropped, and he's not going to make the first down, Gary. It's going to be very close, but I think he's going to be about a yard short.
He's getting a good spot, Gary, and looks like he is going to be about a half yard short here, and it'll be a big decision for Upperman.
Yeah, if you're Upperman, York hasn't been able to keep him from getting at least 1 or 2 yards, so my bet that Upperman goes for it here.
They're lining up to go for it. Big fourth down here for Upperman. York trying to line up the middle of that defense.
And he'll snap it back to, he got him in the backfield. Great job there by Zach Gibson.
Zach Gibson made a great play, come off the right end, Gary, and just tripped Duchess up for about a 2-yard loss. And York with the first big play of the second half and got it in great field position.
Great field position. They're at the 38 of the Bees, so 1st and 10 Dragons.
Yeah, actually going to put this about the 37-yard line, Gary. So York going to take over and fan.
Out in the spread again, Gary, as left field go under center. He's got Stover in the backfield. Snaps, he's going to pitch it to Stover. Stover's looking for a block, trying to get around.
Tried that pitch, that student body ride off the right side, drain around the end, and Upperman quick, and they're quick in the defensive backfield, and linebackers are able just to string that to the sideline and wrap him up out of, for about a 2-yard loss.
So now the Dragons got it 2nd and 12.
You got to like this, though, come out in 4 wides, and, you got to have confidence. Leftview had a good first half throwing the ball, Gary.
And look for Mitchell over here on the left now. Leftview's rolling out. He's going to have to tuck it and run, and Leftview's got some room, and Leftview's going to get up to the 32. Good job by Miles that time, Gary, as everybody was covered. He just made something out of nothing.
Yeah, they're going to mark him at the 33-yard line, and gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 5. And he kept looking, tried to throw the ball, Gary, and, Upperman just couldn't rain down. Finally, he tucked it and run, made one guy miss, and got positive yardage out of it.
And now you're going back in that stacked eye again. You got Cassidy on deep, you've got Cooper, and then you've got Big Ricky up front. And they'll hand it off to Cooper right side, and Cooper's going to bang ahead, and he's going to get to about the 30-yard line. So it's going to be 4th and short. And Gary, a punt does you no good here. York might as well go for it.
They are going to go for it. It's 4th and 3 from about the 30, and they gave that to Ben Cooper, tried to set a block with Ricky Clark, who got a block, but Upperman sent more than they blocked that time and held him up.
And now it's going to be 4th and 3 for the Dragons. They'll take the snap, hand off is Cooper. Cooper's going to be wrapped up. He won't get it.
Got about 1, needed 3, Gary, so that'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, I'd like to see on that once maybe the Dragons fake the handoff and a naked bootleg by Leftview. If he come over this left side, he might have a lot of running room over here.
Yeah, bootleg guy or run it wide, try to do something, What happens is you set the blocking tight, so, that play's not really got any blocking if it goes wide, and you got to depend on that defense to collapse in. So maybe something York can look at later in the game.
1st and 10 now for the Bees. They're at their own 30-yard line, or actually a 29-yard line. As back in the shotgun goes Enzer. Enzer rolls out. Enzer's going to get hit, gets away from one, gets away from another. As Big Ricky brings him down.
Yeah, actually, Evan Tompkins back there early. Zach Gibson tried to get him too, but Ricky Clark finally finishes him off there for a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
And that's something York hadn't been able to do, Gary, is get pressure on the quarterback.
Well, it's been quick passes and timing plays, and, they hit him a couple of times at the end of the first half, and they got to him there.
And so now it's going to be a 2nd and 11 for the Bees as back goes Enzer. Enzer gets the snap. He's rolling to his left, throws it out. A little too low for that. It was Shanks he was intended that for, Gary, right about the 40, but it's going to be a little too low. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Bees.
Yeah, and he rolled out, and Evan Tompkins He rolled out with him, and he had to throw it over. Tried to throw it over them or around them, and that ball come in hot, bounced in front of the receiver, so it's 3rd and long here.
So the Dragons now with a chance to stop the Bees again, hold them on a 3 and out if they can get the stop here. As back goes Enzer in the shotgun. The snap, Enzer's going to roll to his right. This time throws it downfield. Got a man out there, or threw it behind him, incomplete. And Gary, now the Bees are going to have to punt here.
Yeah, they are. That ball intended for Dalton Barney and was thrown behind him, and kind of had him there in the seam, Gary. Could have caught that ball in stride if it was on the money. Bad throw, and it'll be 4th and 11, and Upperman will have to kick it away.
And, Gary, last time we seen Enzer punt, York had some guys back there almost had to block.
Yeah, well, if they'd had the block on, then Evan Tompkins about blocked it anyhow. So, see what happens this time.
And there's a snap, and they'll get the kick off, and that's going to be a short one. It'll hit, and it'll take a little bit of a Bees roll, and it'll roll all the way down to the 38-yard line where York will have it 1st and 10.
Still good field position, Gary. York taking over, not on the plus side of the field, but 38-yard line, and this may end up being a field position game. It's made up by big plays, so York with the ball back here and a chance to try to do something on their second drive.
And we see Mitchell and Bilbrey out there, Gary. That means they're going back into the spread.
Yeah, probably 4 wides here. You got looks like you got Mitchell and Bilbrey coming to the left. You got Jonah Durham and Braden Miller to the right.
As Lefevue takes the snap, he drops back, hands it off to Stover up the middle. Stover's got some running room, gets up to 45, and Greg gets leveled there.
There it is, face mask. He wanted the face mask, and he got it. So going to add at least 5 to this, if not 15.
So Stover on the draw gets the run. And
that was a nice draw, and we see timing improve, Gary, and you see that the ball fakes that the quarterback's making, with experience, those things are getting better, and it looks really good tonight. And this one going to be a 5-yard penalty, but it'll be a 1st down.
And get them into the Bees territory, so a condition heating and cooling, dragging 1st down.
But, the timing is looking a lot sharper. There's coordination out there, and we're seeing positive plays and ball control, and York's dominating time of possession right now.
And that goes back to the more reps you get. As now back goes Lefevue. Lefevue's going to throw one out there. He's got Miller. That's going to be almost picked off, as waiting on that one was Duchess, Gary. And now got a little scrum between number 21 and Miller.
Yeah, that's Carter Shanks. He didn't get off of him, and Mitchell wanted up, and we'll see what happens here. Upperman got a guy down.
I believe that may be Duchess.
Yeah, I didn't clearly see the number, but I believe you're right.
So we'll see what happens here as we've got a player down on the field. We'll take a break as they take a break, and we'll be back right after telling you.
Too many choices can be overwhelming.
Do I get the sausage biscuit or sausage McMuffin?
It's called overload. But McDonald's makes breakfast easy. Just mix and match 2 of your select faves like any size soft drink or Southern-style sweet tea. Sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or hash browns for just $2.
Okay, so I'm ordering the sausage biscuit and...
Start your morning at McDonald's. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price. Valid when product served.
Well, here we go. 2nd and 10 for the Dragons at the Bees 49-yard line.
Yeah, and, a little extra after that play, and it was Ty Duchess. He got up and walked off the field, Gary, but York incomplete on that pass. It'll be 2nd and 10 here.
And here they come back with a jumbo package as they'll get Big Ricky up front. You got Ben in the middle, and I believe that's Gibson in the back. No, it's Castillon. They're going to hand it off to Cooper, and Cooper going to push it up closer, and he gets all the way up to the 47-yard line. Then Cooper now comes up, Gary, and Cooper has been hit with several of those penalties this season. and he's got to control that afterthought.
Yeah, it's getting chippy out there. A little extracurricular after every play, and that one no different. And more importantly here, York's got it about 3rd down and 9, and you got to try to convert this one, Gary.
So it'll be here goes the Dragons, and they'll come back in with a different lineup now as they got
the referee going back to the York sideline again. So not sure. That's 2 trips he's made over there after each of the last 2 plays. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on here. Coach, in a few words.
So now it's 3rd down and 10 for the Dragons from the 48 of the Bees. And we'll finally get to play. Now we got 3 new guys in the backfield. And Lefevue gets a snap, going to pitch it to Cassion. Cassion trying to get outside, got a block in front of him. He's not going to make him. There's going to be a flag, and that's going to be, I believe, another face mask, Gary.
Actually, Gary, that's going to be a horse collar tackle. They grabbed him by the shoulder pad and jerked him down from behind. So it should be a personal foul and a 15-yard penalty, which will give York an automatic 1st down.
See what the call is.
Actually,
and a face mask against Upperman.
They're calling both of them. They got York for holding and got the horse collar against Upperman. So, unfortunately, this will probably be offsetting, Gary.
Yeah, and we'll have to see. I'm not sure where they'll place the ball at.
The ball officially is about the 43-yard line, it looks like.
And now the official coming over. Got a holding against York. Got a face mask. They'll offset. It's going to be 3rd down. They'll replay the down.
Yeah, so move it back to the 47-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 8, and York going to line it up and try it again.
Now, Gary, York didn't have the 1st down, but if the face mask had been the only penalty, it would have been a 1st down.
Well, that looked to be, it was a face mask. It was a 5-yarder, and would have gave York a 1st down, but then, Castellon had some running room around that corner there. So if he gets by that, he gets another 8 to 10 yards anyhow, it looks like.
So Lefevue will bring his squad up. Going to be 3rd and 8 for the Dragons. They'll hand it to the last one through Castellon. Castellon.
Fourth and 1 here. It'll be a big 4th down, and York not going to send in the kicker.
Castellon, Gary, running hard, but
this is where you give it to Ricky Clark and tell him to fall forward, Gary. They're going to plug that thing up. You just got to. He's not in. It'll be, it's Gibson in the middle this time.
As now they got Upperman to jump, no call, and they'll hand it to the second man through, and he's going to be stood up and dropped, and that's going to be a loss of a yard, and Coach Gary Johnson wanted to know why there wasn't an offsides on that.
Yeah, York is upset and got reason to be. They had them in the neutral zone, and probably York should have moved and got the sure penalty, but they didn't call it. They snapped the play, and they stand Gibson up for a loss of 1. So Upperman will take over on the 41-yard line.
And the non-call, Gary, really threw the timing of Dragons off, and that was the reason the play never went anywhere.
Yeah, he got wrapped up in the backfield.
Just under 5 minutes left to go. You're in the 3rd quarter. It's still 21-20 York, and now
we're going to
get
have
a flag on Coach Johnson, I believe.
Yeah, I believe they're calling this on the York bench. So
they're going to give a sideline infraction 1.
No, that was a flag. That's going to be a penalty, and it'll be a 15-yarder too. So this is actually a big break for Upperman. It's going to move the ball into York territory.
No,
they're just
sideline.
They're calling it the warning. You usually don't throw your flag to give a warning. You just blow it dead, but he threw the flag.
Enzer now takes a snap, going to quick out. This time to Metzger. He breaks the tackle, headed down the sideline. He's got one man to beat. He holds him up. Now he cuts it back across. He's still got the left view to beat, and he's going to get in the end zone, and the Bees going to take the lead.
Big play by Upperman, and we got penalty flags over here.
I think celebration penalties.
Yeah, and York's got a guy down because of it, and
that's left view.
Yeah, I believe that is left view, and
they threw flags, hats, and everything, Gary.
Yeah, they did. I saw number 12, I think. That's Dalton Barney, actually floored left view over there. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on, and we got a York coach out here too.
Glenn Rexroth giving the official down the road about that one.
Yeah, so they're out there looking at left view, so we'll see what the call is here. And so the left view's shaking up. Rexroth out there with him. Here comes Trainer, so
he'll have to probably come out for a play.
Yeah, he'll have to come out for this. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a touchdown here. It's just what happens after the touchdown.
Touchdown is good. Got a unsportsmanlike by the Upperman Bees. Personal foul by the Upperman Bees.
Yeah, so got two penalties here, and you're wondering if it's just unsportsman, and here comes the referee again. So over to the York sideline, we'll see what this is about.
This might make it interesting for the extra point.
Well, I expect them to go for 2 here, Gary. They're down 5, so they'll line it up and go for 2. If they enforce these penalties, it's going to be a long 2-pointer. So we'll see what happens.
And
I'm sure that's what they're talking to Coach Johnson about.
And it's a situation where Upperman gets their first lead of the ball game, 26-21. We got 4:43 left to go here in the third quarter, I should say.
Yeah, so now the referee over here on the Upperman sideline, and talking to Upperman coach Ben Crane here about what happened and what's going on. And both of those penalties went against Upperman, so we'll see what we're going to do here. Maybe York's going to take that on the kickoff.
Field goals, are the points good? And I think they're going to back them up, Gary.
Yeah, they're going to make them work for this 2-point conversion.
It's going to be
probably no, they're not. They're going to put it on the kickoff, so they'll go for 2 from the 2 here.
So now the Bees will try to get a 2-point conversion and go back up go up by 7. And now the snap is to number 8. He's trying to get outside. You're trying to stop him, and
they do.
He does not get in. He steps out of bounds.
Get in. So
he goes out of bounds.
Yeah,
so it's a 5-point game.
They rode him out of bounds before he got across the goal line. So the conversion no good.
4:43 to go in the third, and it's a 26-21 Upperman.
This is Marvin Long, your Twin Lakes Business Solutions Consultant. At Twin Lakes, we have an award-winning fiber broadband network providing superior solutions that allow local businesses to compete on a superior level. With speeds up to 1 gig, 1,000 megabits per second, you'll have capacity for cloud-based solutions, video conferencing, and IP phone systems, allowing your people to do what they do best. All speeds are synchronous, making the upload speed just as fast as the download speed. Give me a call today at 931-476-2151 to make sure your business is ready to handle the upcoming holiday season.
And, Gary, now you go back to that no call on the encroachment, and that's a big one now as Upperman's taking back the lead, or taking the first lead of the night for them.
Yeah, and this ball, they're marking off another 15. They're going to kick off from about the 12.5 here, I think, Gary, where this will go in the air from.
They're going to set it up at the 10.
No, 12.5-yard line. The first penalty was 15. The second one's half the distance. So they'll kick off from about the 12.5-yard line.
Either way, York should get some good field position out of this one, even if they kick it short.
Yeah, York's got their deep guys at the 35-yard line. It'll be Stover and Helbig, I think, up there.
4:43 left to go here in the third quarter. Upperman with their first lead of the night, lead at 26-21.
York set up for the return. It'll be Stover and Helbig. You also got Lefevue up here about midfield along with Brett Jones. So we'll see what goes on here.
They kick this one deep, and it's taken at the 44. Helbig still on his feet, and Helbig just lowers his head and runs over the last man. And Gary, he's going to get it all the way up to the 40 or 38-yard line, where York will have it 1st and 10. Great field position.
Yeah, York flag down on the play. I didn't see that one till late, but that flag down.
And they're going to say a clip.
Yeah, so that'll back it up and probably put personal foul chop block. So it'll be 15 yards, and York will be backed up probably about the 47-yard line, 46-yard lines where they'll take over here.
And Gary, the Dragons, that's one of those situations, those penalties will kill you.
It will, 47-yard line, so back it up. York, still decent field position, could have been a lot better, and they had a big penalty to back this drive up here.
And now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dragons at their own 47-yard line. The Bees just took the lead a moment ago with 4:36 left to go in the game. It's 26 in the third quarter, I should say. Still a lot left to go in the game as York comes up with that 3-man backfield. They'll pitch it back to Castellon. Castellon trying to cut back inside, runs into his own man and gets dropped right about the line of scrimmage.
Too much left and right running, Gary. You got to turn that upfield, and Castellon gets 5-6 yards out of that if he turns it up the field. Instead, turned and went lateral, and Upperman's going to string that out and eventually make that tackle, and you got to turn that up the field.
And here comes your spread offense in now, Gary.
Yeah, 4 wide. Stover will be the single back here.
So now Lefevue under center gets a snap, hands it off, late handoff to Stover, and Stover racked at the 50.
Yeah, good hard running, though. He gets about 4 on that, Gary, so makes it 3rd and manageable here, and actually only give him about a couple, so it'll be 3rd and 7. Another bad spot, and York in 3rd and long here.
Right at midfield. The Dragons got to get down to the 44, actually about the 43 and a half.
Yeah, they do, and here we are in the 4 wides again. Stover back.
And watch for Mitchell on this one. As a snap, they're going to drop back. It's Lefevue looking out. He's going to air one out. He's got a couple guys up there, and he's going to be picked off. Picked off at the 26-yard line there as he was going for Durham, and Gary Durham just too short to challenge that one.
Yeah, and that's Daniel Metzger gets the interception, and York has been successful on a couple of jump balls tonight. Not so much on that one. Metzger got up in the air. Durham really didn't, and if you're a receiver, you got to go up and defend that ball. At least to try to catch it and keep the defender from catching it. And really Metzger had a free run at that one once he got up in the air.
Now, York here, Gary's got to be able to come up with a stop, and more importantly, they got to wrap up. They've been letting them get too many yards after the catch.
Yeah, this is a big defensive possession for York. You got to get them off the field here.
And the snap, they're going to hand it off to Dedman, and Dedman's going to be wrapped up, got maybe a yard or 2.
They give him about 1. It's a good job by the York defense. Come in, plugged up that hole. Connor Warden, the first guy there, he had help from Isaiah Strong.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Bees. York could really use a turnover here, Gary.
They really could, and Upperman got this big package in, this run look. They got the up back there who's a big guy, and they're just trying to lead the quarterback through the hole on this one.
And that time he didn't get enough lead because he got whacked just as quick as he got to the line.
Yeah, Caden Buck there along with, looks like Eli Kirby, first 2 there to make that hit. So it gained a minimal, maybe a yard or 2.
I don't think he got any. He's still showing 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9. So big 3rd down for the Dragons. Got to get this one, Gary. You got to get them in 4th and long right here.
So it's 2 minutes left to go here in quarter number 3.
Going to have a timeout, Upperman.
And Upperman wants to talk about it, so we'll take a break with them after we tell you with 1:56 to play, it's Upperman 26.
Ventures Farmers Co-op, happy to be a proud sponsor of York Dragon football. We wish you a winning season. Every game is a success when you have played your best. Ventures Farmers Co-op, bringing you quality products from feed, seed, and fertilizer to automotive, to animal health and pet products, to gas, diesel, and propane, to clothing and boots for the family and a gift shop. All this and much more at Ventures Farmers Co-op, 1219 Old Highway 127 South, Jamestown. Go Dragons!
I still dream about.
Well, we've got a $1:56 left to go here in the third quarter. Big play here, Gary, that they come up with a stop.
It is a big play. Third down. York needs to get the football back. They're down for the first time tonight, Gary, and you want to get their defense off the field, make them punt.
So it will be. Looks like it's going to be.
It's going to be Dutchess at quarterback. Looks like this time.
Dutchess likes to run, Gary. He likes to get behind that big tight end over here on the right side.
They've got the back and the up back to the right side here. Look for that run maybe to this side.
And he'll roll out. He's going to look for somebody. He's going to throw it out. Got a man over here, number 21. Got to push him out of bounds, and I don't think he got enough for the first down, Gary.
No, they're marking him about the 36-yard line. He'll be a couple of yards short.
So we'll see what the Bees do here. They've got it fourth and about 1.5 maybe. We wonder if they went for it with 4th and 1, Gary, and it cost them earlier.
Yeah, they didn't get the last time, and they're still trying. Here comes the punt unit. Well, no, here comes the. I believe it is the punt unit. Ends are coming on.
Inser's going to come on and maybe punt this one away. Watch out for the fake with the up man. Watch out for Deadman there at the 30. They may snap it directly to him.
Get a punt rush here. See what happens.
Snap in there. It's got away from the quarterback, and he's dropped all the way back to the 20-yard line. Great job by the Dragons as a bad snap by the center. The long snapper, Gary, gives York the football back at the 22-yard line.
Great job by York. They had the punt rush on, and Evan Tompkins, the first one there, and actually made him pull it up and try to run away from it, and Zach Gibson there to take him down.
And now Gary York back in business. They're at the 22-yard line. They need to get some points on this one.
They do, Gary. 22-yard line, 1:44 to go in the third quarter. Line it up here and get this thing to the end zone.
And they're going to get to the first man through, and that's going to get about a yard.
I believe that was Ricky Clark. I'm not sure. I didn't know. It's actually Eli Kirby on the carry, and he'll get about 1.
So he picks up 1, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 9. We got about 2 more plays left to go in this quarter as Leffy will come back in to give the play as Miles. He's got Stover deep. You've got Cooper, and then you've got Kirby. 3rd and 9. Snap. Off to Stover, and Stover going to be wrapped up right there and driven down hard.
Yeah, no running room there. So
big number 9, Claiborne Harris, bear hugged him, Gary, and drove him right into the ground.
He did, and it's 3rd and 9 here, and if you're going,
see the spread team coming back.
Yeah, the spread team coming on, but I think you got to come up with another pass out of that formation, Gary. They're overplaying the run severely when they're in that 3-back set.
So now it's going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Dragons. 2-possession territory here for the Dragons. As Leffy gets the snap, drops, looks, takes off. Now he can throw it down deep. He's got it. And no call. The quarterback, the receiver got tripped up, and Leffy got leveled after the play.
Yeah, Leffy took a big hit, and he's
he's got.
Yeah, that left arm's kind of hangs. He walks off the field here, and Mitchell got tripped. They're calling it inadvertent, so they're calling that incomplete. It'll be 4th and 9 from the 20, and we'll have to see what York does here. They may take a timeout to give Leffy a minute. No, here he comes. So
he's coming back out. So Miles
They had a good play, Gary. You had Mitchell breaking open, and, not sure that wasn't a on purpose trip, but nonetheless, it wasn't called, so it's 4th and 9.
So Lefeview now under center, takes the snap, drops back, loses the football, able to pick it up himself and dives forward and gets maybe a couple yards. And Gary, he lost the football on that. May have been due to that hit. He was struggling holding that ball earlier.
Yeah, he was, and, that ball slipped out of his hand when he tried to throw it, Gary. That was a quick hitter on a slant, and when he went to throw it, it just slipped out of his hand. He picked it up and got what he could out of it, but it wasn't enough, so Upperman will take over.
1st and 10 for the Bees as we got 8 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. So it's going to be 8 seconds left to play here in the quarter. Enzer back in as quarterback now. Enzer takes the snap, looking. He'll throw the quick out, and that one's going to be no good. That one hit the ground.
Yeah, it obviously hit the ground. That was intended for Dalton Barney, and Barney gave it a good try, but it hit the ground and fell incomplete, so it'd be 2nd down.
4 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
They're going to try to hit a quick slant here. York's missed a lot of tackles, and they're going to try to move the ball up the field that way, and they're looking for the quick hitter that somebody can run a long way with. York, you got to defend that, got to wrap up and make the tackle, Gary.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of yak yardage, yards after the catch, so York needs to be able to wrap up whoever catches the ball. Now the snap, they're going to fake it and hand out, throw it over the side. That one's going to be incomplete. That one's in the dirt. That's the end of the third quarter. We're headed to the final frame of this one, folks, and it is a 26-21.
I'm Leslie Ledbetter, a local lawyer with a strong background and years of experience in the medical legal fields. Social Security disability claims, auto accidents, essential documents like wills and powers of attorney, we can help. We also provide deed and title work and handle real estate closings, and we do uncontested divorces. We help lots of families after the loss of a loved one with sorting out estates and probate work. Amber is one of the most dedicated advocates for children and adults who need a voice all over our area, and she handles adoptions and conservatorships, and she often serves as a guardian for those in need. We respect and appreciate our clients, and we want to simplify the complex legal world for you today. Call us at 863-5997.
Hey y'all, it's Lexi here at Sweet Peach. I wanted to tell you guys about a few of the things we have in the shop. We have the most popular fragrance brand, Amber Oils, fully stocked year-round, and these make the perfect gifts. Another new brand we are so excited to finally be carrying is Hobo Bags. They have been so popular and will make the best Christmas gifts also. We carry some super cute, trendy masks to wear during this crazy time. Sweet Peach is so happy and excited to be cheering on the Dragons this season. We hope to see you in the shop soon. We are located directly behind the post office.
Final quarter of this one, final frame here, and the Bees with the ball, and they got a nickel lead, but they've got a 3rd and 10 from their own 20-yard line. And here we go. Back in the shotgun goes Enzer. Enzer takes the snap. He's rolling out, looking, gets a big rush. It gets dropped all the way back to the 13-yard line. Good D by the Dragons.
Yeah, they pushed him up in the pocket, and Nathaniel Caston able to finish it off for the sack, Gary.
And now, Gary, you got to go back and punt. They had a little bit of trouble last time they punted. This time, they're going to be punting from the end zone.
Yeah, Stover, this ball's been punted short. You'd like to see him run up and catch this, Gary, rather than lay hit. Not sure I wouldn't move him up about 5 more yards. He's at the 45-yard line. They're punting from inside the 5.
And now the snap, good snap, and this one's going to be kicked away. Stover going to come up, take it at the 41, lost it, but gets it back, I believe.
No, he didn't. It's a loose ball, and it's going to be
We'll wait and see. They're going to say
be
Upperman ball. You work with a big turnover there, Gary.
Yeah, he come up and tried to field the punt and hit off his hands and fell down, and he tried to get on it. There's 2 Upperman guys there, and one of them got on it. A big turnover for York, first one of the night, Gary, and make it Pete at the 42-yard line.
And Gary, that was a situation where he probably should have called the fair catch because he was looking at the guy coming at him.
Yeah, they had the coverage that time. This will be Ty Dutchess in the game. Look at him. Look for him to run it off that strong side, off the right side.
They're going to hand it off up to Deadman, and Deadman's going to be hit and stopped after maybe a yard gain.
Give him one, and not much running there. Good job by the York defensive line, and then Zach Gibson comes in to help finish that off.
So now we're down under 11 minutes left to go in the game, and it's still a 5-point lead by the Bees. The Dragons with the turnover. And it has cost them here in this one.
So, but another defense here. You got to hold them down.
They've been on the field an awful long time this second half, Gary.
They have, and you can't let them hit one of these slant routes for a big hitter.
And there goes the quarterback keeper. He gets about a yard, Gary. You called that one. That was a Dutchess over that right side, and
they're setting the blocking up to the right side. They're all setting a fullback, and they've got a tailback and a tight end to that side, and they're just running it, trying to follow those blockers to get a hole, and not much doing there too on that one. So make it 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7 for the Bees. And
they changed the quarterback here. It'll be Enzer in here, 3rd down and long.
Enzer with the 3rd and long here. Gets the snap. He's going to step back, throws it out quick. Got a man right at the sticks. Going to get the first down, though, and that's going to be just enough for the first down. That was Shanks, I believe, on the catch.
Yeah, Carter Shanks on the catch. Needed 7, got 8, and that'll be a first down, Upperman.
And he knew where the sticks was, Gary. He went to the sticks and turned around and waited for it.
He did. That moves it out to the York 47-yard line. So Upperman on plus side of the field here in 9.5 minutes to go.
So now it's up comes the Bees as they will get Enzer still at quarterback.
Yeah, York's had a couple of turnovers tonight. They too much to ask for one more here.
And now they'll come the other way, and sliding and losing his footing. There was the back.
I believe that was Dutchess on the no.
Yeah, it was Dutchess.
Dutchess on the carry, and he did slip and fall, and he lost a yard. So it'll be 2nd and 11.
9:05 left to go in the game. The Dragons need to stop here, Gary. If Upperman can push it down and get some points, it's going to be tough for the Dragons to get back in with needing 2 scores.
It will, and York's defense digging in here. Got one more stand here, hold them up.
And the snap this time is going to be a quick out over here to number 4, and he probably did the right thing, Gary, by not catching that one.
I think they're calling that a completed pass, Gary.
That's a complete pass for a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, he lost a couple on that one. Move it back to midfield, so it'll be 3rd and 13.
That's one of those situations where if you're going to go down the ground, you're behind the line of scrimmage, just let the ball go.
Yeah, that one would have been better off drop, but they called it a catch, so it's 3rd 13. Big play for York here.
They need to get some pressure on the quarterback this time as back goes Enzer. Enzer's going to throw one deep, and they got a man out there, and that is he can't hang on. He was there, Gary. That was a good-looking throw.
They had him too, and I believe that's that's Carter Shanks out there, and he got both hands on the ball. That wasn't a badly thrown ball, and he got behind Lefeview out there on that corner. So just a big play. They fell incomplete, and they're going to have to kick it away.
And Stover's back to receive again. Stover muffed the last one, but we'll see this one kicked up in the air, and he's going to come up, take this, and at the 20, heads up the left sideline. He's got some running room. Caden heading over midfield all the way down to the 35 of Upperman, and that's why he went up earlier to try to catch that one, Gary, and now we break a big one, and I think he was so mad at himself after that first one. He was bound and determined to get that one.
Yeah, he caught that ball on the dead run. 7, a lineman who he easily beat to the corner and had clear sailing for about 20 yards. Gary got this down to the 36-yard line, and York been down here too many times, Gary. It's time to cash one in.
So now the Dragons with great field position at the 36 of the Bees will come up. They got that jumbo package. You got Clark, Cooper, and Stover. They'll give it to Stover. Stover going to be tripped up. Good job that time by the Bees. Come up and cut his legs out from under number 14.
Yeah, good play by Upperman there too. But they're packing that in against that power eye, and you got to get a passing play out of this, Gary. You got to be able to throw the ball out of this formation. If they do, they got a chance to get a big play.
Or maybe a naked bootleg out to the other side as Lefeview, if he could pull it back in, take off to the far side, he might find some running room on that left corner. Lefeview under center, takes a snap, and there he goes. He's going to roll out, going to throw one down there. Got a guy out, and it's going to be incomplete.
There's a flag.
That's going to be an interference.
Defensive holding or interference either way. Should give York an automatic first down here.
And I guess that was Bilbrey they were going for.
Yeah, it's Bilbrey, and that's Ty Dutchess out there on the coverage, Gary, and he's going to be the one flag.
Pass interference, so that's going to make it a condition heating and cooling. Dragging first down.
A big first down. This should be inside the 25-yard line here, and York getting a first down by penalty here, and yeah, that's going to move it down to about the 21-yard line,
And Gary, you're getting in Reagan's field goal range even if you do have to go for a field goal to cut this to a 2-point game.
Yeah, you're not really thinking about that right now, though. You want to get this in the end zone. Upperman, timeout.
Timeout by the Bees. We have got 7:04 to play. It's 26.
Gibson's going to break free, and he's headed to pay dirt. Gibson all the way for a touchdown, Dragons.
Hello, everyone. This is John Robbins on behalf of State Representative John Mark Wendell, wishing the York Dragons many touchdowns and many wins during the football season. John Mark is happy to be a sponsor of the play-by-play broadcast and hopes that you enjoy each and every game. Again, on behalf of Representative John Mark Wendell, this is John Robbins saying, best of luck, Dragons.
Gary, the Dragons with a golden opportunity here. They need to get some points out of this one.
Yeah, they do, Gary, and, got a first down by penalty. It's at the 20-yard line, and York have it first and 10 all the time out here. And, you talked about the field goal, and, yeah, that's a possibility, but you're looking for 6 points here and nothing less.
The good thing, though, if they don't get the touchdown, get the field goal, that does take to a 1-point game, and you've got Reagan, who's got a pretty decent leg.
Yeah, I mean, they are in field goal range. Actually, make it a 2-point game, Gary.
Yep.
But you're looking. You want to get this one to pay dirt here.
York with the football, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. As they'll get the snap, they'll hand it off to Cooper. Cooper left side, ducks his head, still running, gets all the way up to about the 10-yard line. He's going to be very close to another first down, Gary.
Yeah, I think they're going to mark him just short of the first down.
Yep.
So it'll be second and less than a yard. But positive yardage again on first down, Gary. That's huge. And 9 yards, you'll take that all night long.
So now the Dragons knocking on the door.
They called that a first down. It'll be first and it's actually first and goal here.
Yeah, from the 10. And now Cooper going to go over the left side, breaks the tackle, and he gets a couple of yards before he's knocked down. And I believe it's going to be second and goal from about the 7.
About the 6. I think
7.
they're going to put this about the 6-yard line, I believe. Actually, that's a bad spot. He beat on the 7, and I'm pretty sure that official was on the 6. So,
judging from where the marker was, I was thinking it's closer to the 7. As going to be second and goal for the Dragons. They'll snap. They'll hand it out the first man through, and he's going to get about a yard, Gary, and that's going to make it 3rd down.
Yeah, tried that quick hitter, and believe that was Ben Cooper on that carry maybe again there, just a quick hitter to fullback, and Upperman really stacking that up in between the tackles, Gary.
We got 5:51 left to go in the ball game, and it's a 1-score game, and the Dragons trying to get some momentum here to get this one in the end zone. And we may get a timeout call by York. I don't think they're going to get the play off.
Yeah, Lepe's not even coming to the huddle. It'll be timeout York here.
So you're going to take a timeout, we assume. We'll wait here, and now they'll call the timeout. Timeout with 5:27 to go in the game. It's a 5-point Upperman lead.
The Gary Maxwell Insurance Office offering area insurance is located at 300 West Central Avenue in Jamestown. Get a free quote for your home, auto, life, or business with no obligation to buy. Call 879-1251. Shane Beatty, Katie Cooper, Tammy Robbins, and Brad Rains agents, along with Jeff Robbins, manager, will be happy to assist you. That's Gary Maxwell Insurance, located 300 West Central Avenue, with locations in Livingston, Cookeville, and Gainsboro.
And back here, we got 5:27 left to go in the ball game as you work with the football, Gary. 2-down territory here as they are at about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, you got to see what you're going to get out of this play. Actually, they're calling it the 7. The field goal probably still is in play right here, Gary.
So now the Dragons.
But you're definitely looking to get this in the end zone if you can.
You want to get a touchdown if possible. To Cooper left side, and he's going to be stacked up, Gary. Probably lost a yard.
Yeah, they're ready for that, so it's no gain. It'll be 4th and goal from the 7. We'll see what York does here. It'll be Michaela Reagan coming on.
Michaela coming out to try to cut this to a 2-point ball game.
No, actually, she's not. It's going to be the offense staying on the field.
Looks like they're going to bring the spread back out now, Gary, for this play.
Yeah,
so
we got Mitchell, Jonah Durham, got 3 receivers to the left, Mitchell to the right.
It's huge here as the snap. They'll roll out. They're going to dump it off to Stover. Stover trying to get in. Does he get there?
They called him short.
Just short of the goal line as, Gary, that the Bees right on the goal line, so a great stance by Upperman.
Yeah, they had him in open field, 2 defenders. He tried to cut between them and got it down. It's right at the 1-yard line, Gary.
And now it's going to be a first and down for the Bees, Gary, and now they've got to be careful. They're right on the goal line.
Yeah, they are. Backed up deep here, 4:38 to go. We've said it many times tonight, but York looking for one more stand here and make him kick this away and give York one more chance on offense.
So back in the shotgun goes the Duchess. Snap, Duchess going to come right straight up the middle. He's got some running room. Breaks the tackle, gets all the way up to the 10-yard line, Gary. And that was a good run by Duchess. You can see that one coming. You can see the hole there.
Yeah, you could, and that's going to be really close. It's just second and less than a yard, I believe. No, they're calling it first down, I believe.
1st and 10 for the Bees, and, Gary, that means they're going to keep the clock running.
Yeah, they are, and clock going to move here, and they're moving the chains, and a good first down run by Upperman, and the 11, York on defense here.
Duchess to get the snap. Gets it deep. He's going to bring it up same hole, and he gets met and gets a few yards. Gets up over the 15 to about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, good hard run, and they're opening a hole over that left side, Gary, and York finally got him down, but not before he gets about 7 yards there. Give him 7 on it.
Gary, a couple more first downs, and Upperman can pretty much run his clock out. York's got their full allotment of timeouts.
No, York's got 2 timeouts.
2 timeouts. Yeah,
they took 1.
Back in the shotgun goes Duchess. He'll take the snap. He'll go to the left side this time, and he's going to be wrapped up quick.
Yeah, they're going to put him right at the 20-yard line, so this is going to be a big 3rd down, 3rd and 1.
York needs a stop here. Another good job by Gibson to get in there and get him in the backfield.
And so this is third and probably less than a yard, Gary. They'll be down under 3 minutes before they snap this one.
So it's a 5-point lead for the Bees. Back in the shotgun. Upperman just letting the time run. They're watching the big clock in the end. Down to 6. Now they'll try to get on the left side. He's going to get the first down and more as he's still on his feet. He's going to rumble up to about the 26, Gary. That's going to be a first down. That's going to be tough for the Dragons to get the ball back now.
Yeah, that's a first down, 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go. The clock will run him once they got the chain set, and there it goes. York got to make a stop and use their timeouts here, Gary.
It'll be about 2 minutes before they have to snap the ball, so they can let about 2:11.
Yeah, 2:11, 2:12, something like that, and York got to hold them here, start using their timeouts.
Upperman waiting on the snap. They hand it off to Dedman. Dedman straight ahead, and he gets tripped up right there.
Yeah, nothing doing there, so York will take a timeout.
So timeout on the field with 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Or did they take a timeout? The clock's continuing to run. And York called timeout with about 2:05 left to go, and the clock's still running. So we'll take a timeout with them, and we'll be
When it comes to watching sports, there's no telling what you'll hear.
No.
But when you order Pizza Hut for the game, you know exactly what you'll hear.
What the? Oh, that looks fantastic.
Your favorite pizza.
Ooh.
Those awesome wings.
What?
Plus sides and desserts.
Yeah.
All waiting at pizzahut.com. So order now, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Huh. What game?
Product availability, prices, participation, delivery areas, and charges and minimum purchase required for delivery may vary. Delivery charge is not a driver tip.
And, Gary, they've put time back on the clock. It's at 2:08. York took the time out. York's got to get another stop here, but they can't allow another first down. Another first down will pretty much end it.
Yeah, it's 2nd and 9. Give him one on that one. York with one timeout left, and got to hold them up here and get another timeout. Try to preserve as much time as you can.
So it's 2nd and 9 for the Bees. And it looks like, is that ends or no? Is it ends or Dutch is still in?
Yeah, it's Enzer in the game, so he may be running this, though, Gary. This may be a different look.
They take snap. They're going to go the quick out, and that's going to be hit and dropped as Gibson levels him right at the 17. And York takes another timeout, I believe.
No, they're letting it run, I think. No, there's the timeout.
Timeout by York. We've got 2 minutes exactly left to go in this one, and it's a 5-point Upperman lead.
Whether you're competing on the athletic field or working hard in the classroom, remember you have the support of First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. We're behind you 100% of the way. Good luck to all the area teams. Play tough and play fair. And remember, when it comes to helping you with your banking needs, we're First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And now over and over, it's First Volunteer.
The Dragons coming up, Upperman with a 3rd and 19. Before they have to kick it away.
Yeah, so Upperman coming out. Looks like Dutchess will be the quarterback here. He's got Dedman in the backfield with him, and it's 3rd and 17.
And he's going to run to that left side, and he's going to be brought down quickly. And that's 155. If you let it run down 30 seconds, Gary, it's going to be about 124 before they punt.
Yeah, it is. And so it's clock's running. It'll be, they don't have to punt this till inside of minute 10. So see what York decides to do. I expect Upperman will probably run this down, take time out, Gary.
I would say so, and then punt it away and give York very little time to do anything. As the clock slowly ticks down, ticking down to 1:19. There's actually going to be about 1:05 when they call the timeout. And there's your timeout at 1 second on the play clock. 26-21. Upperman leads by 5. York will get it back when we come back.
Since the beginning, our goal at Hall Family Pharmacy has been to improve the health and lives of those in the communities we serve. While 2020 has been anything but normal, our goal remains the same. This is Jenny Hall. As a teacher of 21 years and a mother, I know the important role that a safe learning environment plays in the lives of our children and their future success. I also understand the uncertainty that this new school year has brought. That's why Hall Family Pharmacy has invested the resources to provide 2 free reusable masks to every student in our county to show our support for you, our teachers, students, and parents working to
4th and 14 for the Bees. And, Gary, they're going to punt it away. Back is the...
Yeah, Enzer's back to kick this.
And he gets it off, and not a great punt. It's going to take a great roll, though, and it's going to be down at about the 48-yard line, but about 6 seconds went off the clock.
Yeah, and York caught a break. Caden Shanks actually downed that punt and didn't let it roll, and that killed the clock and gives York a few seconds there that they wouldn't have had.
So the Dragons now with a 1st and 10, and they need about 53 yards for the win.
Yeah, they do, and got to call plays quick. You know, we saw the 2-minute offense at the end of the first half, and that didn't, that didn't look crisp. And you got to be a lot crisper here. You got to get things moving.
So up to the line will come Lefeview.
Got 4 wides and Stover in the backfield.
Takes a snap, throws it out quickly, and they'll pitch it back to Stover. Stover going to cut inside, and he gets back up to 50. They're going to have to hurry up to the line. The clock is running. They got to hurry up.
Yeah, so
and York letting some time run off. We're down to 43 seconds. They don't have time.
They got to get up
They've
here.
Got to get a little bit quicker, a little bit more sense of urgency. As now it will be Lefeview snapping it at 34. Looking downfield. He's going to... They're going to be overthrown. That's picked off. Shanks is going to pick it off, and that's going to end your ball game right there.
Yeah, Mitchell was the intended receiver there. Never really got a chance to go after that ball, Gary, and Lefeview threw it up there. You know, you like our chances on jump balls with Mitchell, but that one didn't really turn out York's way, and a hard-fought effort here.
And it looks like you're going to drop another one here tonight, but much than we had last week. Last week was pretty ugly. This week, York gave it a good shot.
A lot of things to be enthused about, Gary. You know, in particular, offensive efficiency. There was a lot of it tonight.
And I also want to remind everyone, next week was supposed to be open week. We will be going to Green Hill in Mount Juliet to play next week. And there's the victory formation for the Bees. And now they just got to let the clock run out, and they're going to slip away with a 26-21 win over the Dragons. But, Gary, as we said, York, a valiant effort here tonight.
Yeah, very valiant effort. You know, the offense looked great in that first half, Gary. Didn't get anything going in the second half as much. And there.
And we're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back with the Smart Bank postgame
Pumpkin
show
kisses and harvest wishes that you have a comfortable fall season. Ensure your comfort this year by getting your fall maintenance schedule with Condition Heating and Cooling. When you sign up for a year maintenance plan with us, you'll earn rewards with our new Eco Platinum Rewards program. We want all our customers to know how much we appreciate them by giving back something for their loyalty. Gain credit dollars each year you renew, along with some free items along the way. Hurry and book your spot today. Call Condition Heating and Cooling for more information to schedule your maintenance.
And Coach Charles Vaughn, 17 years of coaching. He took his team to the state playoffs and led them in multiple district and bowl championships. His life modeled teamwork, integrity, and hard work. I'm Joey Vaughn, and this man not only was my dad, but he was my coach. I grew up learning these values, and they are a large part of what Meadowthrift Pharmacy is founded on. Come out and support our York football team.
This is Mark Gall, your Twin Lakes business consultant. Between the cooler weather and pumpkin patches, bonfires, and hayrides, what's not to love about fall? With Twin Lakes Gigabit Internet, search for the perfect camping spot, a new soup recipe, or Halloween costumes for the kids. With speeds as fast as 1,000 megabits per second, you can connect as many devices as you'd like and stream your favorite team's games without buffering. When you need the fastest internet with unlimited data, call or visit us online at www.twinlakes.net. We'll help you find the speed that works best for you.
It's Lexi here at Sweet Peach. I wanted to tell you guys about a few of the things we have in the shop. We have the most popular fragrance brand, Amber Oils, fully stocked year-round, and these make the perfect gifts. Another new brand we are so excited to finally be carrying is Hobo Bags. They have been so popular and will make the best Christmas gifts also. We carry some super cute, trendy masks to wear during this crazy time. Sweet Peach is so happy and excited to be cheering on the Dragons this season. We hope to see you in the shop soon. We are located directly behind the post office. Hey y'all, it's Lexi here at Sweet Peach. I wanted to tell you guys about a few of the things we have in the shop. We have the most popular fragrance brand, Amber Oils, fully stocked year-round, and these make the perfect gifts. Another new brand we are so excited to finally be carrying is Hobo Bags. They have been so popular and will make the best Christmas gifts also. We carry some super cute, trendy masks to wear during this crazy time. Sweet Peach is so happy and excited to be cheering on the Dragons this season. We hope to see you in the shop soon. We are located directly behind the post office.
I'm Leslie Ledbetter, a local lawyer with a strong background and years of experience in the medical legal fields. Social Security disability claims, auto accidents, essential documents like wills and powers of attorney, we can help. We also provide deed and title work and handle real estate closings, and we do uncontested divorces. We help lots of families after the loss of a loved one with sorting out estates and probate work. Amber is one of the most dedicated advocates for children and adults who need a voice all over our area, and she handles adoptions and conservatorships, and she often serves as a guardian for those in need. We respect and appreciate our clients, and we want to simplify the complex legal world for you today. Call us at 863-5997.
Consistency, better ball handling, and a lot of consistency being the key word, that they were able to create positive yardage, especially on first down. The whole first half, they were creating positive 5, 6, 7 yard plays on first down, and when you get in second and short like that, you can do a lot of different things.
And Gary, York came out and showed something entirely different. They showed that spread offense. They go from spread to that I formation. That I formation, they got to keying on that run, and they were able to shut that down. We had Mitchell at the half had over 100 yards receiving, which is something York's not had in a long time.
No, they haven't, and I think the other thing is you saw improved passing from Miles Lefevue also. He threw some balls, and they were jump balls, but they were ready for that, and York was in good position for that, and they, caught some of those balls in the first half and made positive plays out of them, and, York did a lot offensively tonight that we haven't seen this year, and you just want them to keep it up, keep progressing, and you go into a game against really unknown team next week, but then you come back to region play.
And Gary, of course, we mentioned it earlier, as the season progresses, you see them getting a little bit sharper on offense. As the more reps the youngsters are going to get, the better they're going to play, and we saw that tonight.
Yeah, we did. Was better by Lefevue. The handoffs were swifter. The timing was there. The blocking was there, and saw a lot of positive things. And it was evidenced in that first half, Gary, that they got positive 5, 6, 7 yard plays, and it looked really good.
So we have got 26 to 21. We're going to take a timeout for a word from SmartBank, and we'll be back with more.
At Smart Bank, we believe in developing relationships that last by working with you one loan, one customer at a time. We believe in reinvesting local dollars back into the community to help create local jobs. Local reinvestment helps small businesses grow and helps families finance major purchases and build financial security. Smart Bank believes in supporting education and local sporting events that benefit the next generation. At Smart Bank, we believe in delivering more than you think is possible. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here on the Smart Bank postgame show, we see Coach Kerry Johnson making his way up here, so we'll talk to him in just a moment. York comes up on the short end of a 25-21 score as York actually coming up on when we talk about coming up short, we can say, Coach, you came up about a half a yard short on that one play as Stover stopped right at the goal line.
Yeah, I actually couldn't see anywhere how the way it goes.
Coach, you come out showing a little bit more pass offense tonight. Kind of had the Bees back on their heels early.
Yeah, we mixed it up a little bit. They didn't know how to line up against us at times, and we took advantage of that. And of course, we got Mark back tonight for the first time all year, and you can see what we've missed by not having him out there. I knew he was going to be a threat, and he proved it tonight. And he didn't even know half the offense, so we were having basically, okay, here's what you do, because he's not been at practice yet.
Yeah.
So,
Coach, the flow of the game is just a lot sharper, and that's something that's coming with reps each week.
Yeah, the one thing we're getting, the personnel is getting used to what they do, and that's making a big difference, because sometimes when you're trying to change, that's one reason we hadn't done it more, is people not really sure who's out there and who's not, because we're moving so many people in and out, and that's coming along. Hopefully we can regroup here and build on this. I'm not, it's a loss, but come back, and I told the guys we can go 5-5 and go 3-2 in this region and still possibly get a home playoff game.
And Coach, tonight it seemed though that your boys a lot less penalties, had a few, but not a lot less than what we had last week, and a couple of turnovers, but nothing like we've had in the past.
Yeah, the turnovers tonight I can accept a little bit. I mean, we were, especially the last one there, when it was kind of that really wasn't the play that I wanted, but it's the one they all knew what to do on. But we kind of worked on the turnovers and penalties things this week in practice, and so that was not going to. And like I said, we still had a personal foul, and they should have had a couple more than they did. But I'm upset about the punch in the gut over here that wasn't called.
I'm not even encroachment call that would have changed the game. Because that was a situation where you guys would have got the first down.
First and go, or not first and go, but first in there around the inside
and
the 20.
And they scored immediately right after that. They took advantage of that and then punched it in.
The defense played great in the second half, and we did not. I knew 21 points was not going to win it. I knew we had it. I thought we'd have to put 35 up. Obviously it would have been 27 would have been the number, and that we had field position and just could not take advantage of it. But we'll have to come back and go back to work on Monday.
Coach, you take on a team nobody really knows next week in Green Hill. This is their first year of having a football team. They've took some beatings, but they've took some beatings from some very good teams.
Yeah, they played a pretty good schedule. And they played last night, and they beat Stratford 53-6. So all of a sudden they hit their stride right when we come into town. That's just our luck right now. But we'll go down there and get ready. They got a nice new facility. So and the good thing is that we worked out a deal. We put this game in late. We get to split the gate with them. So we might this week, and that might help because we've not. It's been a financial bad year for us, with not being able to have any people at the games. So.
And Coach, you have to be though. Just I can't say ecstatic, but you have to be really pleased with how well your guys did play tonight. They were able to move the ball, able to get in the end zone, and your special teams come out to hit all the extra points. And I thought that might be the deciding factor when this come to the end.
Yeah, especially when they missed theirs, but it's a loss, and it goes on that record as a loss. But we did, like I said, we did move the ball and can build on a lot of things. And the guys see it now, at least. I don't know if they were seeing it or not, and hopefully maybe this is that turning point that you're looking for.
Well, Coach, I guess like the old saying, close only counts in horseshoes, but you really like the strides your team is making at this point.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a matter of finishing it now. Like I said, when the play where we got stopped at the 1 or whatever it was there, like I said, you guys had the better view of it there. When we started that play, I thought it's there, and because the guy had took the bite on Mark running into the back of the end zone and had his back turned, and I just knew Stover was going to basically walk in there with it, but they recovered well and made the stop on him.
Well, Coach, well, thank you for joining us. A tough loss here tonight, but your team looking better, and we're looking forward to heading over to Green Hill this Friday.
All right, needed as many down there as we can. Like I said, I better rephrase that. I don't know what the situation is going to be on the tickets.
We wait on the regulations, right?
Yes.
Hey, well, Coach, thanks, and we appreciate you joining us, and we'll talk to you on Monday.
All right, thanks, Gary.
And that was Coach Gary Johnson, whose boys came up on the short end of a 25-21 score. We're going to take another break, and then we'll be back with Gary. We'll wrap this up here in a moment.
At SmartBank, we believe in developing relationships that last by working with you one loan, one customer at a time. We believe in reinvesting local dollars back into the community to help create local jobs. Local reinvestment helps small businesses grow and helps families finance major purchases and build financial security. SmartBank believes in supporting education and local sporting events that benefit the next generation. At SmartBank, we believe in delivering more than you think is possible. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And back here where York comes up on the short of this one. Gary, quickly give us a few stats from tonight's game.
Well, obviously the score didn't go York's way, and a whole lot of that may be how it happened in the second half, Gary. You look at the stats, they only had 3 first downs in the second half, and only came up with about 51 yards of total offense, and those did not mirror the first half. And Upperman made some nice adjustments and held them out of the end zone. York 221 yards total offense, 13 first downs, 152 yards rushing. They were led in rushing by Ben Cooper, 15 carries, 67 yards. Caden Stover, 14 for 32. Eli Kirby, 4 for 16. Miles Lefevue, 5 for 15. Nathaniel Castellan, 3 for 13. Ricky Clark, 3 for 10. Miles Lefevue, 7 of 15 through the air, 2 interceptions, 120 yards passing. Mark Mitchell caught 4 of those for 111 yards. So, some good stats for the first time this year for York. There's a lot of things to be enthused about. You really wanted to win the ball game, but a lot of things to be enthusiastic. It looked a lot better tonight.
So York comes up on the short end of the score. We want to thank you for joining us for the SmartBank postgame show. Time now for our Hall's Family Pharmacy, Hall Sports and Outdoors Player of the Game. We'll be back with that right after this.
Hello, this is Philip Hall with Hall Family Pharmacy and Hall Sports and Outdoors. We are proud to sponsor this broadcast Player of the Game. Be a part of the winning team. Hall's is proud to be this area's #1 pharmacy, and now you may visit our expansion in downtown Jamestown for all things sports and outdoors and a complete line of sports medicine equipment.
And back here now, it's time for a Hall's Family Pharmacy, Hall Sports and Outdoors Player of the Game. Gary, give us a...
different ways, Gary. Miles Lefevue had a great game at quarterback. Mark Mitchell, 4 catches for 111 yards. Seth Helbig had 9 tackles on defense, but we're going to go with Ben Cooper. Ben Cooper had 15 carries, 67 yards, 2 touchdowns, and chipped in with 1 tackle on defense. But, part of this ball control, time of possession ball game that York played tonight, he was a big part of that. York had the ball for 27 minutes in the game. So, Ben Cooper will be our player of the game tonight.
So congratulations to Ben. We want to thank everybody for joining us on WDEB, also on Facebook Live, where we had the live streaming of that. And be sure to watch the replay of this on CT this weekend, coming up at 2 o'clock on WDEB's channels, 953 on Comcast, or 953 on Twin Lakes, Comcast Cable Channel 12. We'll be replaying this Sunday at 2. And I want to thank Kevin on camera. I want to thank Gary Hall. I want to thank Coach Roy Whited for coming up and talking with us at halftime about York basketball. And until next week, when we will be at Green Hill in Mount Juliet, I'm Gary Clark. See you at the game.